utia untimi ntena se den just smile one smile na fifi one smile na de eye on so obi a utie sports analysis now smile what are you talking about them so what are you saying what are you talking about what are you saying papa and some okoso Mayama, the current performance coach of the Black Stars in Kazakakra.
John Pinstel. Hello, John. South Africa, no nickname Ben is on the floor. Still John Juana, still JP4. And as I said, in here saying,
oh, your name is John JP4.
Yeah, man. The appointment of Sunday is a baby woman. Obiba John Ju found you not to form. You best so just Yamao.
You know, I was over for my team.
That's Ramete. Yeah, Tessie Quanimo, your chair one Rasso showing a prep zone. You're live on YouTube by Asempa 94.7 FM. Asempa 94.7 FM is super score ready data. And then some more. Of course, and some more. And some more if you name on and some more. And I wouldn't send next to Yamia Tumnatum Bitumia. Yeah, Tessie UEFA Champions League anymore. It's a Nakwa Friday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Asempa FM yentena studio. Asempa FM yentena studio crank ye queen. Yes. Tuesday yede le Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain came on the brought from the headquarters, the head office of Electroland Ghana. And we are Ring Road Central. I want yede live commentary be feed ya bro. Second by Biamushe. Then on Wednesday, the Arsenal and Atletico Madrid game, and they said, bro, Afi, Electroland office or Spinters. It's Asempa FM Tuesday, you Electroland office, you Ring Road, no. And on Wednesday, you Spinters. It's a another day. Next week, another day. So, who qualifies for this year's UEFA Champions League? Build up to the 30th of May. Asempa FM UCL Fun Day on the 30th. You know, Yeshia or T Havana. Warm up to T Havana. And no part 9 till you see Asempa FM 4. Bay Malamabre I Malamunjam and I mean called the I. Unkasawa bread ya Nana. Inyao. You one air tamuatola. You one air tamuatola. Oh, me and Asia are no bad thing. So we start from Tuesday and Wednesday. They are warming up till that big day. Tishan is South family and Prepzone and some band also wouldn't say around Europe. At the Abaquaman for Shalimopaya that's running. Yes, running in here. A patrol. Why an edge of EPL? No, I can last round of games near the Nina Banawi. Na Ampayeja. Obia last 5 games in a year. Je call the battles to see. I don't know, eh? You la. Minim the also send the matches now. Can it? Oh, make us to say Jatabwa. Say the moon, yes, I too. I say, and yet, I say, and yet, say hi. Now. Ready na jeko man say ready na kwan bia somatiasim na me de ehon samaba live on Asempa 94.7 FM. I mean dan me che no as manima isu. This is the Premier League running. Realistically, considering games are funny in abo, one more meetings, one more form this season. Why and also I said the last round of games in the favor no. Why in the last round of games no favor no? You page in the live on YouTube. There's some FM there be booming in it in a year pa. Newcastle United, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Palace. TNE. Arsenal matches are Newcastle at home. Fulham at home, West Ham away, Burnley at home, Palace away. I don't know, I'm not ding. Osha Manchester Baswa. What you say? I am critical. I am very, very critical. Everton, City games in you. City Crystal Palace will game. Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, almost on a Palace will game. Obia games I can agree screen is this year. And then for 5 callers. Yisa we Arsenal fan to chain. And now we City against, and now we Arsenal against. Realistically, looking at the form of these two sides, when Sasa Simi and Shia, they are cost of this season so far. City just need to win all the games and they are champions of the Premier League. Do you think City can do this like they've done before? And get to this time of the season, Nana Jai, City Nimbo, Tijeko, fight win tour, the fire Tunisi. Oh, we da. City ni madene bo. Tama and amount for City say City can get over this line and after Barcelona gives the Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Palace. Arsenal gives are they that difficult? Do you think Arsenal be Jeja? Obisu says Arsenal engage and they are. Are you sure City also be Jeja in the games nana? And Brendan Krabby and Beche. On our table tonight, the running the Premier League mo will be a match saka na kwambia so no. Get the agilemu at the war Prepzone. Menoka say Real Madrid lead by a goal to 0. And then match second so never more update by Mendy amount. The Black Stars team coach press conference about so you become kakra you become kakra do so do sumu. They were pay kan no or show crying. Huh? Or show crying. I'm reading Krabby and Beche. Yeah, Premier League, Fantasy League, you know. Yeah, EPF Fantasy League, as a Passport Fantasy League. You cry. So on our YouTube channel now, match soccer for Arsenal and of course Manchester City. My messages on YouTube by Asempa 94.7 FM. Asempa 94.7 FM. My update of games there course this evening. As I the discussion as just because even a few there's a lot to talk about, especially with regards to the long adjustment. Long a way to Brest Akoji 3-0 and I bet Edin Crawford, I tell you. Northern Forest are boss Sunderland by 2-0. Real Madrid LED Betis by a goal to 0. Vinicius Junior and Shea Gondima Real Madrid. Vinicius Junior. Leipzig LED Union Berlin by 2-0. Napoli Abo Cremonese by 3-0. And a Brest about long by 3-0. Hey. Jesus. For Yamia. Istanbul, Aboka Asempa by 4-0. And they cost on Mafate. The Saudi Pro League, Hassam, as well did Riyadh by 2-1. At when this and a match, I would only see quite more updates. I'm on sending on some so AC at here. Yeah, joke one big for a red dada. But testing us to the ball rolling. But I'll see and can and Maria. You might be this year conquering some bro. About your GHscratch.com. GHscratch.com so person ma akwanya mi ensa beti de diska. Come website no GHscratch.com. Neji o scratch card on the page. O scratch our diska. You be was to be afa. I need a daily cash price no. Scratch more than other players the diska go bottom. Wait me so pick your favorite card. Okay, top 5 from where you stand a chance of winning 100,000 Ghana cedis. La Pam Casino near Diaba. Me pacho ya small boy on and 18 on can we penny for agro. To the about GHscratch.com. The disika papa if I go bottom. GHscratch.com can on the Electroland Ghana Chedia Kessie. No matter the brand of plants are open, GHscratch for Emos Caro. Fabeto the Electroland for Samsung, TCL, Media, NASCO. Electronics by beer to LED smart TVs, split AC, double door fridges to be na enter into a draw kwanesa diska kofi star 928 star bo 8 mako 4 na bo hash kan no draw odo ye what are the electoral say diska go botum nyasa nketwa ene lefu age electoral ne fo asem ye dia tum na mo se me bo da ro mfa nkyerɛw ene me bae a akyade nko na me de bae tine ma bo electoral ne fo de ne so akyerɛw no ye kra ni mester team bi ama wo se sanya gori ene ye ba bedie da Asempa FM community sports quiz me pacho I do the grand finale. Boys need a good dodo. Boys need too good. To find an basel. The date never to join check. The time which you could find my Makui, can you? The sports arena. April live on Asempa 94.7. The King Kaninja, Altanase, crewing now, so I ready data. Pablo Amen, producer, and of course, James Tanje Cody Echo Facebook Live, and of course, the entire sports crew. Betty, what's your Bojman? I'm a come on, Bojman, Nepanya, some Ketwakra. Kidwana Gassani, Eric, Asiedu Boadi. Well, so I won't come Prepzone group, no, I this cana. Janamba no 0249 13 67 44 0249 13 67 44. Send hello, I want to be part. Okay, sir, best no link no join it. A daily 2 hours no, and daily assassin day biane dia deba. And a long bet no, I know ya kakrakana ye pa eson. Ye tete wo twen cash out papa. Ye ya pe ba biafa. Mpe an wasam kra Janne de ekoso anya sem keto akra. They say wuti Asempa 94.7 FM. Show near Prepzone 10 p.m. be sorry so. Ye bo akwa aba. Kenka nya tenase. Sanso na sports crew ni na so ha. Ye discussion e chase. Matches awodo ekoso ni better touch on them. Afi ye de aka nyina so to aso live on the same station. Ken akwaba.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, we can't complain. National service na gusu ekoso. Nti yaba na yaba.
And the matches ne emuda ho.
Oh, games ni de emuda ho. Also, you know, do this stage of the season, and I say at this point of the season, a lot of things come into consideration. We choose games and I say we share permutations and city, especially teams are already and also already relegated, you know. Always a bonus home games. I mean, you can go for goals. Say bet me happen to say who say Arsenal almost last fixtures for the closure of the season. You know, Obo say team that say Burnley a room, you know. Then you can talk about say that game, you know, goals near the EBPM against Newcastle United. Obo to me say Omo never pray because Newcastle will give Arsenal a good run for their money. So you expect to say game no bad thing. Aside Newcastle United, games to be to say Arsenal against Fulham, a London derby, and
you know pattern.
Yeah.
I want us to go through tonight's games. Like Sunderland, Northern, Betis, Ajax, and Obako against Real Madrid, Leipzig, Lady Union, Berlin by 2-0. Napoli, LED Cremonese by 3-0. Brest, Apollon by 3-0.
Yeah.
I think it's the shocker tonight.
And should I not shocking because what checking the trajectory or the previous meetings between the two you can clearly see say always be a goals galore and it to me happen over 2.5 over 3.5 probably over 5.5 it to me happen almost fishes mu and as almost fish mu and should I more wouldn't say in the reverse fish almost share the first round of the season law start the bread so financial start the bread for no by 3-1 over 3.5 and a PM of course both teams to score. Law had the upper hand by scoring them 3 goals and bread for no any consolation by scoring 1 into any more say in the return fish breast for no etunasa 3 long for any day and to me and sheba kokra but trust me at the end of the 90 minutes you will see our salons for the ometume puli a goal 2 back ometume ashe goal so ebi and this reminds me of the fixture course in August 13 for 2023 when our salons for and I say eco lusu de start the bread for no by 3-2 5-goal trailer and a piamunti Our Silos and start the Brazil for no fisher no one particular fisher Eric trust me goes at our flow penti and and the game back could be me for the 2 baby no we call her over 2.1 let me say everybody is but scanning so next can you goes in the print and was at this particular stage first half of first 45 minutes and after 3 goals in the kind expect at least 2 goals in the second half. Yeah, in the Sabre, so you'll be able to believe live better over to make over 4.5. Yeah, 5 goals or more ever took.
Wow. Now, what is 5 goals or more? Madrid they bomb games lately because the 9 points gap. Do they still think they can come back? Because we know because they are leading Betis by a goal to nil.
Yeah, the motivation for Real Madrid then is after a shameful 2 seasons in here, and I say 2 consecutive campaigns in major competitions or European competitions or all competitions. I say Madrid follow I come back to their senses. They've come back to their realizations. At least they don't deserve to be at this particular point. Into the games that can now before the season can come to a close. Madrid is probably playing for pride. What I say? They are playing for pride, even though they know win and that's a 3 point. Won't give them the opportunity so much to me Canadian, but they still want to cement that status. This is a Real Madrid, and on a given day they should be able to beat every single team. What I say? Yes, they are going 2 consecutive seasons without a trophy. Almost trophyless. I confirm that because we should the points build up between the points gap between Barcelona and then Real Madrid, and the fine form of Barcelona. In footballing terms, if you want to be fair, then you will attest to the fact to say simply or extremely difficult a mountain to climb for Real Madrid if they want to surpass Barcelona. The table toppers nafi by Spanish La Liga. And for now, Madrid is just enjoying themselves. They are just having fun. They are playing for pride. They want to, gain those bragging rights against certain class. We feel say Madrid at the opportunity on person Madrid because they feel they are on the level pegging with Real Madrid and on person Madrid say they are above every single club in Spain. After losing out to Bayern Munich over the Champions League quarterfinals, losing the La Liga slightly to FC Barcelona with 9 points, still no momentum, just playing for pride.
Jacobo Bassa, so yet me and Kanwa Yanka Lamine Yamal. The sad news. We are just hoping he makes the World Cup, but Sorry's coming in here, the injury now, Babetomuno, and for the rest of the season, don't me say I come from Bassa Beam, but there will be a bomb pie and such players must showcase their talent at the world stage. And so when we miss him there, we are just hoping send home that injury be hard.
Yeah, injury ever hard, especially when Lamine Yamal, warrior last season when it comes to the Ballon d'Or conversation. When you say Lamine Yamal was a strong contender, even though the Barcelona faithful few say the achievement of Barcelona last year by winning the Spanish La Liga, where Barcelona got to in the Champions League, eventually they were eliminated by Inter Milan and normally losing finalists of the UEFA Champions League. Apart from individual brilliance and quality, the numbers of Lamine Yamal was able to, chalk for himself or abas for himself. It shows clearly say as an 18-year-old boy. Seven previous phone call in any answer there. What you say to Kodwa now we in America at the age of 18. Any born now war any the kind of numbers now all have for club and country need there. Na edi na esefata say Lamine Yamal din ebeba into the conversation of probably the best player in the world or the best player in Europe. Don't forget to say he was also an integral member of the Luis de la Fuente team or Yedema de la Roya of Spain or national team. Nations Cup final losing to a man at the Portugal. Obi kase a non-competitive league and no boy because Nations Cup.
League, you know.
Oh, Nations League, yes, Nations League, you know. A lot of people.
How would you say it's not competitive?
Oh, yeah, not competitive because friendly matches and yakika boom and you man that edge, you know. I man that attention, you know. But still, it doesn't negate the fact is a competitive, a friendly games. And the nations in Asia, almost what I say, they're non-competitive as compared to the European Championship as Spain for etumi EDC. So having won the European Championship with Spain, having gotten to the Nations League final, having won the Spanish La Liga with FC Barcelona, having been eliminated in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League, Inter Milan etumi yo mufim call final ko share PSG in India. Then a lot of people think he has come of age, and of course last year he was just 17 years. He was just a 17-year-old boy, and now Menu can say he's 18 and a year older, and the number of games at this season. But don't forget to say, in the setup of Barcelona, Lamine Yamal is one of the actively involved players in the setup of FC Barcelona. Or a player very active for Barcelona. And who numbers are, and as a games are who do Obama Barcelona. Any baby and Eric, less than 2 months to the Mundial there. I don't think it's even coach Anijini Luis de la Fuente will be happy. Say Lamine Yamal be prayer at this point of the season. Wow. He's one particular player. The Spanish technical team, the Spanish Federation, and the indigenous Spanish and as a Spaniards, would love to see him in their folds for the World Cup. And imagine na unya set up a Spain for na Lamine Yamal ejinemu. De la Fuente Jumano. A bit soft. A man walk up into meaning a headache here by the coach for the La Roya of Spain national team, Eddie Luis de la Fuente said the situation, the health issue of Lamine Yamal a concern for now. And confirm him so we don't co walk up and as on to me co walk up. No, meaning so many did this Spain because the influence and in Yama Barcelona for this particular season would have been needed at the Mundial. Wow. So, talking of Lamine Yamal, he's been named the Player of the Month for April, but he's been named the Player of the Month. And we had a third time awarding this season since in November. And in December, 1 year born Abaso as the best player in the month. And of course, in April, I prayed till the end of the season to be but we are hoping so between make it say okona nimu na kwan bia so abodwuma na watumi abo adwuma aye World Cup ni motika hye ne so sa enso efama me ye kan sa mu na oba matches ahodo e ba so this weekend na in the EPL there are games koso ochena na in the Liga there are games, and of course okopiemu Bundesliga ni already in the Bayern agenda about who qualifies for Europe in Serie A, so some more fighting for in the Liga and but there's an FA Cup semi-final, Manchester City versus Southampton, and an opportunity for City to win something. They almost qualify for the final. Rest on Mitimako in that final. That are just the Bebos and wine the Bebos, the Leeds and the Bebos. Yeah, how it be see a but it is Man City versus Southampton. Can we then say a match be Man City? Well, Uncle Bibeka said we are from club and at Manchester City a room. Na at this point, omo ebabe shetim it is a Sunderland there. Anka a lot of people will say foregone conclusion for Manchester City led by Uranidi Eddie Pep Guardiola. We should kwan one man faso na and they omabeli the EPL league table no. Now we should be at Sunderland, and Sunderland at the 11th position, having played 34 games so far. Whilst Manchester City wamum about 33. Now omu enomu edika. We had the point gap, we had the position wise on the league table. Now share achievement and the quality of players are. You can easily write off Team Anididi Sunderland, but hey, Eric, this is a one-off game. What I say, a one-off game, and I say you are Wembley. To be fair to football, you will understand, sir, and you'll be at home. And you say no, in fact, creating a level playing grounds for Manchester City and Timanidi and Sunderland. It is Sunderland. I know for a fact to say to cause problems, especially when Manchester City abedikan our league table. I just want to believe say focusing attention in the EPL and so because of the and no Americano because of the eyeballs are a DH. But this is Pep Guardiola. I mean Guardiola dear Oliver Twist. He's always asking for more. What him already what Carabao. What the Carabao then Carabao Korea now GC in also and the Wababe level with the exception of the UEFA Champions League, only the leading the EPL.
Imagine domestic treble.
Absolutely, but imagine domestic treble. Having lost out in the Champions League, domestically, Waji the Carabao, we are both semi-final with Southampton, of which Obian himself on paper, Southampton won't be a tough customer for Manchester City to beat. And Man City at Wembley, I know said they will go out and blazing.
Cup game,
I understand. Tell me the kind of statistical show say once a one-off game, now essential a neutral grounds on any day. I know sir Sunderland for no able perform with, but trust me, Pep Guardiola at this point of the season, especially when the conversation is still running, say Pep Guardiola might not continue the job as the head coach or the manager for Manchester City at the end of the season. I think, sir, he will want to leave the stage when the applause is very high. What you're saying, I will not take anything away from Sunderland, but Sunderland and Casas Football Club, they know for a fact, they say, this might probably be the toughest job for them to do when it comes to this particular season. Yes, meeting Manchester City at this point, when last week, and almost Arsenal at the top no share last season and last week. Wababe share Burnley, and was share Burnley, and also it was semi-finals of a cup game, and not any other organized competition than the English FA Cup. Everything, Eddie Sunderland for say,
Tipping City.
Well, Tipu City in this game because the last 3 matches between Manchester City and Sunderland, the only thing that Sunderland is so many Southampton. Southampton. The only thing that and so many Manchester City about draw. Apart from that, how many City Shabia, and extremely difficult for them. The last time Southampton between Manchester City way back January 2023 we beat Manchester City by 2-0 our Carabao Cup. Apart from that, when it comes to FA Cup, when it comes to Premier League, and difficult and Southampton say I'm making meaningful impact against him and he did Manchester City. So I will bet my last coin on Manchester City to sail through to the finals of the FA Cup.
Wow. So the other semi-final is Chelsea in Leeds. Chelsea in Leeds, and on Sunday, how match and so be Siako. But who would you tip? Look at Chelsea up. How many coach Russian White is gone? Leeds United. So Leeds and Kasanye, team normal league or PBJ on your team. Baby Odo league this also no like I say ne watch na but this is a competition a team like Leeds would want to win because normally if you're not to be but champions they want to be you kasa see don't to me tebia ha no bet ma fakoji bibi and the man here Chelsea no
Chelsea because the last 5 matches between Chelsea and Leeds United competitions, being it the Premiership, being it the FA Cup, okay, Kenny in Aboma, the last 5 games, Leeds United there were 2 wins, Chelsea were 2 wins, and a back on a draw. And in fact, in this 5 meetings between Chelsea and Leeds United, I can confidently and boldly say Leeds United were upper hand because for them to have beaten Chelsea 3 unanswered goals. Within these 5 meetings, it shows clearly that the team Chelsea cannot underrate. At this point when Chelsea, they look like a team that is simply in tatters. They look like a house that is in total disarray. As a team no control as a team no penny and a bonus and common a very difficult, especially when you want to predict such games. So Chelsea and you're careful. The walls of the Chelsea team can be deepened by Leeds United. Yes, Leeds United to me the account struggles the struggling moment of Chelsea in this particular season. Careful. Team and Leeds United able to make deepen problems, because they have individual players. Eric, you can easily underrate them. But they are a team understanding any cohesion. And Chelsea should be extremely careful. Now, let me give you a classical example. William said this season in the English Premiership, you know, the first round of the league, you know, it was December 2025. Leeds United SH Chelsea by 3-1. Leeds United for home. Now the return fixture or the reverse fixture, Chelsea for home was Stamford Bridge. Now a lot of people were looking forward to say Chelsea will have a sweet revenge against Leeds United. You know, I'm a Leeds United head to Omo. Now I was Stamford Bridge. Only Leeds United able 2-2 draw. In fact, it was a game where Chelsea are taking 2-goal lead. What you say? Chelsea are taking 2-goal lead, but they were able to give the 2-goal lead. You know, eventually a poor match. You know, not Leeds United and Chelsea able 2-2 draw. It was Stamford Bridge. And so Chelsea and Casablanca in recent times, Walker either a lower tier or a middle table club. No more with that good run for their humanity. Then it is Leeds United. Meeting them at this crucial stage of Chelsea's season, where Chelsea go drought for about 5 solid games in the history of Chelsea. Now with the story about say say Chelsea probably 5 matches. Na Boadi go say one offside goal on shape me say oh go away there. You review me after say you're offside. Then it shows clearly there are crises within the Chelsea team.
Something is wrong.
Yes, something is definitely wrong in the Chelsea setup. And Chelsea are not careful there. One thing here, Leeds United will continue their dominance in recent times over them. But one positive thing, I will say, now in this modern era of football, Adiaba could be area based something that I think say or see near the alcohol.
Right.
And Eric, the person can say, as a team, yes, a senior coach, and no man calling us a senior coach all of a sudden.
Now, Safa.
Now, so team now started. No more bogum. And most likely, Chelsea might find their turnaround against Leeds United in the semi-finals of the FA Cup on my boy. Yeah, the turnaround. And most likely, having gone 5 games without even scoring a goal. Talk less of say, almost games from the draw and that's what we win, you know. Maybe Chelsea ever to win turn around in this particular fixture against Leeds United over the semi-finals of the FA Cup. But the recent meetings and the outcomes between Chelsea and Leeds United, without any fear, make us a Chelsea and to Tomunoma. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised Leeds United between Chelsea.
Wow. Let's see how any Mabesiako and Callum McFarlane on a Cambiaso or interim manager and Chelsea to the end of the season. Papa Wabaping. Callum McFarlane Wabaping, or a young coach, 40 years, and of course, I'm going to say 5 games are possibly want to be qualified for the FA Cup next round. And also Bessie are called to take over Rosinwa to the end of the season and no buy, you know. One shot more games the brain. More games the brain. The caretaker, Kakao Wabe, you know, or draw against Man City. And only Fulham. Kiki, that gave him more than Papa. It's not that he's back. Maybe he's learnt a lot or Sunday, but I bet Chelsea fall to the more till the end of the season. Maybe it's my money, you know, and 24 in the year, be a bit with the man 1 year. But Chelsea, some of the teams are for big boys. The big, when you're a big boy, I need to so big coach team. To Sibua, or shall I big boy about to film one, maybe a famano. Now, in the one, but they never catch on a big name manager. Will take over Chelsea at the end of the season to be able to ready on some forever. Also, between Rajan Shaba, the King Nano, patch on YouTube channel, patch YouTube in Asempa 94.7 FM, Asempa 94.7 FM, Asempa 94.7 FM, Asempa 94.7 FM. It's me patch and I saw this and 7 so AC at ya the bread war. Show the prep zone. Now you call other matters basso. Now, other matters in here. They're running for the Premier League, you know. Yantin Simni and Fansam Nemro. Erika ma matches are Ubia Eddie. Now, people are writing off Arsenal same fact. But on paper, it looks like us Arsenal games, no. emu ajege kakra o Arsenal games the more ajege kakra compared to City games now. But Jeko San Fama Ybium. Can Arsenal games, not City games now. Now, after 5 games, the survival of the fittest. City be paying. It's an amount for TP almost at the final. I'm surprised people are writing of Arsenal. Well, maybe City are taking over the City, so on him goes to City or Besha goes maybe it's a band by Bia. That's a Quambia son. Oh, and yeah, goes my idea. Nana. Do. Right, can yes, I come matches Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Palace for Arsenal. On the part of City, Everton, there's Brentford, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Palace. Matches not the I had the toughest test.
Okay. Now, Eric, this is the case, and also sometimes and conform a write of some of these things. But Debbie Amikase say, Officer will take game in Asia. Obetia says, no be safe. A play important role in some of the teams' reasons in here. Almost to mean dominating league Debbie. Now, let me break it down for you. A bit is a follow Arsenal for case in war. Now, Arsenal for a issue to deal with. And Eric, the problem for Arsenal, unless you don't want to admit, the problem for Arsenal, and then they say, the derby games in Arsenal was on mobile. London, that is London derbies, a part of the reason why Arsenal to win the league derby.
Ghana derby games no more than
and more than also. Now, this is the case. Yeah, a full season. Arsenal is not only competing against Chelsea at London derby. Arsenal had to do with Chelsea 10 years. Enti calculate mama mpacho fa okakusu no say for you almost say can kakusa na bet can mo say no mu school nche ana jeko ka ho jeko susa ne 9G fom nti on say omo no nti omo kan kakusa e dey fa calculator fa calculator ba omo kan kakus Eric me pacho fa okakusu no na check ade wo mama in a season how many games here about 38 right? Yeah. Okay, 38 matches Arsenal also about 2 matches against Brentford.
Okay.
Also about 2 games against Chelsea. How many games are you 4? Also about 2 games against Crystal Palace, saying 6. Also about 2 games against Fulham, I can't say 8. Also about 2 games against Tottenham, I can't say 10. Also about 2 games against West Ham, I can't say 12. Out of the 38 matches, also Arsenal about 12 matches out of the 38 derby games.
It's landing teams in the doors.
Once Manchester City,
Asempa FM.
The only derby game was City won. Apart from you compare Serbia, Oshia club which is Arsenal, the quality of players are afraid of play. So you expect to say Arsenal will give equal quality and equal, competition to Arsenal. Maybe team which is Chelsea, the level of Chelsea, also share Manchester City expectations, and then say Chelsea was all Manchester City that equal competition. We are talking about Arsenal playing 12 solid games out of the 38 games of the season. Derby games. And those teams in England will be a person for to gain bragging right because only now we're London. In Germany, Arsenal bar. Senior Tottenham and Manchester City Bebono, and yes, other Tottenham she Arsenal Bebono match. Senior Chelsea was share Man City on the Bono. Chelsea see Arsenal say a different ball game altogether. Senior Brentford. When Man City bar a bayano, Brentford will share team when you Arsenal a different ball game.
Okay.
Also, me boy will cross my Aston Villa.
Compared to City, about team don't services to Manchester.
The City they saw no one derby. The Manchester derby, 2 games. On the Manchester we any other normal match day game.
Tough game.
Yes, a tough game. Do any boy come Aston Villa and Aston Villa can. What I say, Aston Villa can check baby a Burnley woman me. check Beda Burnley, woman check my bet, can check Burnley. Burnley, him for which part of
UK? Burnley on Warren, why would Arsenal be worried?
No, still only Arsenal will match a London derby, a derby.
Oh.
No one thing, one thing I'm
worried.
One thing I'm telling you, you'll be a just a one count the mobia or take a one quad, superstar say with the da. Inside by one corner of the machine. Oh, boy, must oh, person review. What will be that?
Some fancy me.
Oh, and you never mean they show what as some make us say, oh, check it, say, Senna, and no mercy corner. Number 7 say, the number of teams are Arsenal a bomb. What you say? As London derby, it's also the reason why in here Arsenal for no. I'm want to GEP and be because the derby games are so many for Arsenal as compared to the remaining clubs. Derby games in the torso. There been a Chelsea G League de be. So Chelsea G League na che anamebua. Chelsea G League no acho.
So Burnley is North West England.
West. I'm more the western part of England.
Yeah.
Okay, northwest. But check Aston Villa for clarity. Person who Aston Villa be there. Yeah, but for now, see 12 teams are how many Arsenal and I say teams how many Arsenal be 12 solid games out of the 38 matches. It's any reason for Arsenal. Now the fixtures already told screen is see yes. We check the remaining games for Arsenal. Now we checking the remaining game for Manchester City. One here on paper. Obekasa City for the no thing.
On paper.
Yes. One here on paper. Obekasa say City 4 games anymore thing because City elbow Everton. Obo Brentford. Obo Bournemouth. No about Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. The last 2 games Aston Villa Crystal Palace and yeah by but Crystal Palace in recent times almost top clubs are but cross the carpet in Abraha never Arsenal 4D Anya Shekura Arsenal were 3 derbies or so mobile Arsenal bebo Fulham Obobo West Ham no about Crystal Palace I was 3 major derbies in the last 5 matches I can also the complete season Obosa derbies no evia or Gilco or Belfast or Newcastle, but Newcastle Bochina. A very tough customer, Newcastle United. Inti Ebanisa and a Korea Dimas Natigno. And Newcastle. This seems
Newcastle are few or
Chofanabo. I agree, I understand. But tell me to say, out of the 5, teams here, Mamma Wavy. Team me to say Newcastle. Team me to say Fulham. Team me to say Crystal Palace. All these teams, Eric, Arsenal cannot win against them with 3-goal margin. And since I'm no kasi, goal difference they can't say you. A goal difference in Tinama Pep at the top and yes. And Arsenal cannot win with 3-goal margin against Newcastle United. Head to head, Meboa. Head to head first.
Wrong, I know
England no goal difference. England a goal difference.
England head to head. England their goals near there.
England their goals. England their goals.
Yeah.
I'm on patch men confuse me so.
England their goals.
A goal difference. A goal difference into this game also maybe can share goals the number of goals on match. No, any goals here.
Now the league table
goals scored.
Goals now City that's all. Because City has more goals.
More goals na City has.
That's all.
Goal difference they the same 37-37. But we look at the goal scored. Goal scored. City has 66 as compared to Arsenal of 63. Interno and City get the upper hand. Bra ya putema na ya kwenu.
So
Inti Eric Tisele Mekano say in this case Arsenal is already our disadvantage because the day you be say in the Pep Guardiola's era I extremely difficult say team be better EP anymore obetumi more goals at Manchester City in a calendar season in the Guardiola era obi entumi goals in Man City
they score for fun
exactly Every single Arsenal supporter behind him say when it comes to say a goal soon the better EPL media. Disadvantage point. Because someone to me goes and 21 did Manchester City. And at this point here, City, I've been rather leg in the top. And in America, say, if you look at the last 5 matches for Arsenal versus Newcastle, Arsenal to me in fact 3 goals advantage and from winning against Newcastle United. Watching Newcastle man broswa ebi the 3-2. Ebi 2-1 or winning Newcastle United. Arsenal bought Crystal Palace. Arsenal to be in Crystal Palace 3-0. 3 goals unanswered. Crystal Palace betibi. But we know say some Man City etosua any who for 5 no. City no enya tosuma any who say all more goals no. And City are fan of scoring more goals. And the only thing Arsenal can do probably at this stage of the season and say Arsenal will focus on the games in Akano, and then take the game and the games, game by game. And one in Aka for Arsenal Football Club.
When both of the teams now be in the games in Yina, you share the goal scoring prowess of Arsenal. Near share how City share goals are. Not just say we City as a City they are never call. We are better by Biodana.
We are so the Biodana City are delegino. Say really
Arsenal outscore City.
Yes. Just Arsenal outscore City.
So these are set pieces.
The set pieces in the crown and depends on the opponent now on the neighbor. It depends on the opponent in so sending a cushiano. Into 80 at this point in the year. 80 if you say Arsenal for manages is in here. Oh yes, Oma manages is in here. Because Arsenal for taking lead under that league table on the top. Gab no. That was the point. Every single body be as a person be a started say or analyze say Pep Guardiola when it comes to matches in April and especially getting to the closure of the season. Guardiola Man City will resurrect. Man City will come back. Man City will come back. Mikel Arteta ebubundu good assume. Yes, and you good assume. Then I just want to believe say na only no bet me account biem only no bet me ayebiem and I met him na do this level because every pundit every platform no minim how Arsenal for rise on the league log and how Arsenal for no dominate EPL no a lot of people were also mindful of the fact to say some Man City for if I know already more they are definitely going to come after Arsenal for no our top table no modano. And that is eventually what we are witnessing now.
But Arsenal's participation in the Champions League have affected them, right? Because City on FA Cup now, but I mean, our Champions League is a big competition on Wednesday.
Great, but you see, about this time, yeah,
you have 2 competitions.
Yes, but also settle priorities, right? Also said, and no baby and also BT Arsenal for no.
Realistically,
yes. No, realistically, Arsenal should be. I mean, they should be targeting the if I say the EPL, no.
Really?
Yeah, rather than the Champions League. Thank you very much. And then the Jimpana didn't EPL, no. But also the fact is in the history of the club, only the Champions League nibita. It is a 1 GB win your failure. 1 year win your hero, 10 years. 1 year win your hero, 1 year win your failure. But in the history of the club, how much EPL need to pay? Into what EPL now?
I'm not sure I'm say.
And one year 7.
I'm not sure Arsenal fans episode with the Champions League this year. No, yeah, only budget. But there are few person with Japan and the Oma pre watching.
The EPL. And especially when it comes to Champions League. Baby, I'm asking Kofano. Any team nominated Kobane dear. And who's a man command Sakoyadin?
ATM no.
Hey, Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone.
Well, man for saying and some money almost shy. I mean, I did and I had different.
Yeah, but women away.
Okay.
Hey, 2 games. And you one of game to send your born league format, there be group stage, for a league, and yes, I net you. Yes, I said, yes, I net you. Saturday, about 2 matches. I have both first leg a coach be an opportunity to go to the dressing room and then look at the clips of the first leg in your course and what he did wrong or right. No, as I be for the second, or by saying another opportunity, another 90 minutes. Into the semi-finals against a stubborn team and indeed Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid at an important stage when Omasha Barcelona 2-0. Less than 30 minutes na Barca I cancelled 2 goals ni nano. They were keeping their best players at the bench. Some match no more best players in no more to bench. Solo to
imagine City in the position of Arsenal. Would you guys have said Arsenal never league, you know? Because I say, yeah, man, look at it, say Arsenal a useless team. Be I say, I mean,
okay. To be called useless, or to be a useless team or a useless, person, no. And yet, Tagia, ya Toma, ya Kwani, ya Kotoya, ya Bohu. And Yama William, and because Bray, I say, why are you useless? And in this case, for us, team, in fact, Sanka football very fair, and I think we need to respect Arsenal Kakra. What I say? Because for consecutive seasons, now Arsenal but very close of winning the EPL the day, and also we did board the mom because of my idea. Someone to maintaining that status, you know. But I did about one month for the break. Arsenal team, anyhow, this particular season, they fled the season.
Live on our YouTube page, Jacob Farmer Mrs. On the 10th of April, now Arsenal was 70 points, and a Man City, it was 61. And on the 22nd of April, Man City 70, Arsenal 70, Ama City Club Yom. Now this is and Facebook is that not shocking? YouTube you see on the 10th, now Arsenal was 70, and the City it was April, and the City was 61. On the 22nd, 70. Where do you be able to swim there? How I mean, I wonder how Arsenal fans are feeling when.
And when say the records are there, say Ateta about April only matches about on to me like only good manager when it comes to managing games or the month of April. And in fact, this particular month has cemented that notion of people when to me changing the narrative, you know. And April way and I bought Arsenal team. In fact, this particular month and I sink Arsenal team no more.
Yeah, got to honor.
And I think Arsenal team because so we check it Arsenal. Now check it we share games I hold Arsenal for abo. Now we share the number of pointer omu enya share. Na menche wade. Share Arsenal team you. The last 3 matches are Arsenal abo. We lose 2 and we about draw 1. We lose 2 in the last 3 games. In fact, the last 2 matches Arsenal bought premiership onya win kura or more draw back kura. We lose 6 points. In out of the 6 points, you know, City are massive or the 6.
Open League.
And the 6, you know, near woman say team na otas na to na almost na pressure be aka so wobo Man City na be Arsenal na read that wa hye no wa be Arsenal and wa hye Burnley no dey be top of the table enti in community definitely because of Arsenal and Kasa manager this is where they've got into, and I think that the only thing they can do is to hope against hope. Say Man City for no ever backslide and now say we bet me see some of the clubs see among the 5 teams for the remainder of the league games na kano say bia obi bet me magic be apart from that. So Arsenal be Man City be at the end of the day Man City will win the EPL.
Arsenal company sadia na koye nsembebre Arsenal na koye sei na Arsenal nyuma mbeboni o aba koye masamba obredi mi chinchin anso ankosi wie au mi de obre enko besie ni koye
kosi kwangwenu yase misema komedi nswa na mekwane nsansa kwa au enkobisi
Eriko, I love you, Papa.
Prepzone Asempa
Mr. Paul Okwabi. Fantastic evening going out to you, Mr. Paul Okwabi. Yeah, Mr. Paul Okwabi, my mate, and he, Ken, maybe I say, nipa mem peno. I want my life more nipa, you know, from corner any day. Nyan kankro. I am a mate where such but he's monitored me since. He's so happy was showing crying. He never messes any show of mine. Or send a message near day. Oh,
yeah.
And mom, I did me jaho.
Yeah.
I want my sister Bapu. But general, I'm too many say, Mr. Kwabi. Some of my mates are. I didn't even. I mean, expected some background. They came to support and all that. I mean, Mr. Kwabi and you fantastic evening. Come on, and a wife. Yeah. This is how tell me now. And you know, obviously, and you may be bomb ask now for an answer. And ask now for a fee.
Nkobesi. 5 seasons, getting to 6. Now, wabo. Now 4 out of 5 they be out the second.
How can you do that?
They be out the second. Now yes, now for inti ninte drosu kwa do akwa wo de wonyo mu bi. Samo ya ukwa wo de wonyo mu bi. Nti yamba Mr. Kwabi abaso me de me classmate for group bi am de me tum de bi yesi. De bi yesi agigentu boasa na me free. Eyenu doso. Eyenu doso. Debia me classmate for OJ.
Enye bia.
Debi say nye outgoing mpo no obi warena. Debia obi ewu. Debia yesi. Debia agigentu boa. Nam sa.
Prepzone.
Alright, you're live on Asempa 94.7 FM. Oh, Charlie. Well, I was about to go for baby. Say, ye, could go away, ye, qua, no, idea. Nye Cooper. Nye Cooper, ye beside a Kubis out when
me free muntem. Na me free my as to
yeah. Hey, you 2 and 2 there. It's fine.
You got 2 and 2. Let's go.
2 and 2. 2 to 4.
Go.
2 and 2. 2 to 4. 2 4 6. 2 7 8. 2 9 10. 2 11 12. 2 11
Go.
I say home.
I'm a go for
I say because I feel Okawa. But we have for 1 million from.
Say 1 million is so 1 million is so 5. 1 million, mama.
And the sana. As for the Vim B. I saw the Vim 1 million. 1 million. What is it saying? As 1 million is so.
1 million is so.
But can we so need? I mean, no person what be money car. Not be money soon.
I've been talking about the bread thing.
And yeah, what?
Oh, person saying Casa. Who you say, mommy?
Me pay 5,000 million.
What's up, saying?
And no, it's coming, no. Ken, that's coming.
5,000 million. You 5 no the million.
Oh, person saying Casa. Who you say, mommy?
Me pay 5,000 million.
What's up, saying?
Who's it? Oh, Bobby Manica. So cool, man.
Zero in trust me. I call me Vivi.
Says can obey one of
5,000 million.
And you million crowd.
Million. Sure. I'm quite anymore.
Ken.
Yeah.
I want some updates about games anymore.
Yeah, update about it. Say also me catch you say more believe live betting no, and I say live way no. Launch for game cover 4.5.
Okay,
that is 5 goals or more. As at first half from 3 goals. Manoka say 84 minutes played 3-2. Also me catch you say definitely a for the Babe TB. And it's so much 2. Akaba come betting and come about draw. I believe the Union Berlin by 3 goals to 1. Napoli, because Napoli now will lose consecutive games into March where there. Now we was strong convictions on Meshe, but Thomas Cremonese by 4 goals to 0, and surprisingly, Nottingham Forest.
Sunderland by 4 goals to 0.
Sunderland by 4 goals to 0, and so Madrid lead 1-0 against Real Betis.
Yes,
and so
62 minutes.
Yes, I'm matching it. Betis will go more. Viva bet me ako Betis to score. Obeshe go.
Wow.
Betis beshe. Yeah, Betis is sure. Madrid the next goal in this game will be Betis. Madrid anye careful. Omo the 1-1 ebe pon. But omo yiro omo ho a na say no 2-1 Madrid ebetumi e di asore so ewo ehod.
Wow. Yeah. And as for the Leipzig Union Berlin upon.
Omo pon.
Wow. Meno 3-1 for Leipzig, but Napoli 81 minutes. Napoli lead Cremonese by 4 goals to 0. It was coming.
Yeah.
Napoli goals. But I cannot play and say goes not to De Bruyne is back. De Bruyne Shego and McTominay, of course. McTominay She we have one be assistant De Bruyne and assistant and of course Santos also Shego. So Napoli at a point in time they were part of the teams in himself combat Magic Scudetto no. But I do be now matter but on the table now I 78 points for Inter. So Napoli say they are Napoli because 69. So we need an AC Milan or 66 but AC as we born there because 34 games and Napoli boy yeah how the other games so we see live on Asempa 94.7.
I'm not struggle kakra. Napoli are struggle because after any team and did the AC Milan Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Yeah, winning 1-0 by the courtesy of Brenton Eddie Matteo Politano or Shesago Eddie Emomono. From there I had difficult for Napoli say obetumi and winning games but 2 consecutive games anina to me ending kunim 1 game against Parma away amatches and name 1-1 draw. I quite remember that game. Brenton did Scott McTominay and to me share the only goal in the game for Napoli. Dia 1 point from the Parma game. Then back last game was against Lazio in front of their faithfuls at Diego Maradona Stadium. They lost by 2 goals to 0. Napoli of all clubs, they conceded in each half of the game. Lazio are bombed by 2 goals to 0. So consecutive games in the Italian Serie A na Napoli say to me and winning. So this particular game against Cremonese and Eric na a wake up call. Edmund Napoli say also to me winning to put smiles back on the faces of their teaming supporters. And I know one say say trashy Cremonese so far by 4 goals to 0. I was Stadio Diego Armando Maradona and they know me Edmund Napoli team. So good to Napoli and Antonio Toto Conte so and the boys.
Wow. And I know one someone between the messages about Facebook. Asempa 94.7 FM, Asempa 94.7 FM. Ken, you to me Kataya need to that marvelous job Vincent Company Bayern Munich. And when he took over the reins, people didn't believe in him. The manager qualified Burnley in a magnificent style. At the Burnley buy. Now the Burnley buy and Basa. And they stuck with him till Los Angeles relegation because they didn't see how no from nowhere Bayern. Manager the team relegation. But Bayern kakra and Bayern are playing some wonderful football. They've won the league with game to spare. They've already on my records with Olise, with Hurricane, with Nicholas Jackson. They've done a wonderful season.
Yeah.
And Vincent Company maybe Brinan Yindi and they could win the treble this season. They've qualified for the next round of the DFB Poker.
Yeah.
One more semi-final of the Champions League. One more League in that. They're not there now. Company, say, you know.
Yeah.
Obia no under or doubt no and bound head down shape. And I say Casa League in there because they buy a DNT or Jaonia.
Well, Eric, Bayern Munich and Casa when it comes to German Bundesliga, one more rich history. Inti coach biaba na obeji the Bundesliga with Bayern. Eyana enshada enye news. Now, what makes it, you know, topical for discussion? What makes it exciting? What Emma generated that conversation around them winning the league, even though they've been very dominant over Germany. In Tomogia and the news, you know, this particular season, since the inception of the German Bundesliga, Yaka club what Bundesliga no the highest number of goals every season na yen trans level no buy and their track. But we check the German Bundesliga. Now show the number of goals Bayern Munich Asha. Quite a remarkable achievement. And the Bayern and the Vincent company say we should Bayern team were here in previous years. The strikers of Babe Bayern team no more, you know, Mario Mandzukic Babe Bayern team no striking force ni Jai Abrenta ni did Mario Gomez Garcia, Thomas Muller, the heydays of Thomas Muller, Omina be fat team no more, Eja team no call almighty Robert Lewandowski for 7 consecutive seasons in the German Bundesliga for Bayern Munich. He was the leading top scorer. And the Momo, Wabayani die every team no more. And they and the Vincent company with Harry Kane, Michael Olise, Serge Gnabry, Nekaria, Anko Yaman were Arsenal team nemo, and the Serge Gnabry are finding a fit. And the Vincent company were one of the players. Eric, only no power when it comes to European football. Having said that, Michael Olise was just playing for Crystal Palace. But for this company to bring Michael Olise to play at this highest level, Olise no more Champions League. But if you say Olise de just Madrid for fast as if he's a player, he has been playing Champions League week in week out. Season.
Very good player.
Absolutely.
And on Bibiana, on the creative Bibia.
Medase. Iti Ucheki now can you say I think so we need to give credit to coach and Nigerian Vincent company for such an incredible job. He was the coach that qualified Burnley from the championship and the mobile premiership
in style.
But after that, you know, I mean, splendid performance at the Champions League, on a roller coaster ride from the Champions League. Oh, the team no ever level of you say this is where champions do compete. If you want to be the best, you need to be prepared to compete among the best. Oh, the team do this particular level. Or by you know the quality at that level, no team name to me and compete, team name to me and more. But here is the case when Vincent company, Nitima Nijidi Burnley, when they got relegated. Still, what we attract team which is a Bayern Munich.
Shoku.
Ebe shoku. Na ebe shoku. Ebe shoku. Ne yami to me yani binu no. Ne yami to me yani binu no. Bon ko Benjamin Ansari swa. We be say na we jira pe mu yede.
Yeah.
But you started a bobo na bon ko no swa. E when we begin to say eh, that go the pon me. Onim go down. You can't underrate him. And that is the story of Vincent company. Yes, with Bayern Munich is a football club. I'm attracting big and quality players.
Okay.
Inti, we are coaching us when you're day. No way what you say person we are in coaching there. Then it shouldn't be a difficult thing for you to coach. But like I'm saying, with all this quality of players from Alpha Bayern team, with all these top players, galaxy of stars from Alpha Bayern. The threshold when it comes to goal scoring in a single season, no one do level Bayern team Edu and the Vincent company. But a coach that got his team relegated in the EPL, This is the second season of Waji Bundesliga. No. Now we do the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League.
We Real Madrid.
When Madrid, in fact, when you Madrid keko, we Madrid home and away, Shano home and away, and that home and away, you know, just calculate the number of goals for this Real Madrid and how many goals will concede here. You get it? Into this company there, I think sir, the least said about him tonight, the better we do. Because Eric, so check here. The numbers are them and him say this company Allah say a maximum of about 662 days in office. Edma Bayan. Wakoti Bayan for 104 games. 104 games. We're winning 80 out of the 104 games. We both draw 13 and we lose 11. Now, coach, the numbers are better than Carlos Queiroz in the Macofan.
So how they go for
we bought 100 games, we lose 11. Then Carlos Queiroz in the Musumako Wakobo, I hear him matches for World Cup. We lose 4. I don't know. About 14 was a day matches for World Cup. We lose 4. About 16. And we lose say. We lose 4 out of 16. 6. 8.
La be what they go for name.
Some person we 100 do. Obi about 100 matches. We coach team for 100 games and we lose just 11. What you say? Enti Osiema this company credit dominating the Bundesliga ni there. Sisi ndi obiaji to say the best right
16 matches World Cup anymore. 4 wins, 4 draws, 8 losses, 19 goals scored, 19 goals conceded.
Wait. You know,
Carlos Queiroz.
You know, say, this company mono sanka, ye tutum to my de kentenia de, eco much so make coachie. Because I'm records, you know, I know Denny. But we'll be about 104 matches, we'll lose 11. What was saying? 16
at the World Cup.
We'll lose 8.
Aye.
Now, we didn't find on tournament. So company there, I think, sir. So otoko so ne wo ye na oye focus da Eric enyemo won say ne cycle of coaches obe coach no the cycle no it will be top teams.
Okay.
Ofri Bayern obo say bia Chelsea bi pe no Maybe a Liverpool.
That's in Belgium, coach.
I mean, I will not dispute. I will not dispute what you are saying. But any no okay any baby on Namri there. I will not challenge you. So Dachi be a Belgium national team no. Over to your coach.
Come on.
Over to your coach. Come on. Now with the Bayern Munich team no can share that but first to a certain place be because to take a decision to say obey Sadio Mane every team nim. Okay, Sadio Mane no Leroy Sané in top one.
Yeah.
At a point, yes, at a point, Leroy Sané was a top player for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
But then no one film and Leroy Sané copy mo Galatasaray. Boy with Turkey. We use a place in no free Echo far Michael Olise. I didn't buy. And now last season and the last 2 years, one of the brightest way ever, if I say Bayern team nimo, one player power no a delightful player to watch. Now Brenton did Jamal Musiala.
Yeah.
But who can say FIFA club World Cup no copy? So the number of man to call break. So when your coach or that instinctive eye to plug in a player to redefine the player's quality, give him that touch. Now obe fine-tuning player to get the best out of him. I don't think Senanka very easy for a coach to replace a Brenton and Didi Jamal Musiala. A coach to have the confidence to let Leroy sign the money a day so me free team nimo. But here he is. Oma sanko for in a koyeno. She said no the players be back and the Hurricane he is scoring for fun and go tally the Swane Guswa day. Conti Vincent company there. Yamana basu tisene makano. So continue on this tangent here. And you was big and then top coaching job no needing to be a ball here pa.
Right, what is Prepzone live on Asempa 94.7 FM. Can get the gentleman that think on your soil show you pro. Can you want to send the Eric Asiedu Boadi? I was make a message shortly on YouTube. Issues and then why they from you be touching on the Black Stars coaches press conference and sana yako akohedi yakoso ekukunimu but yaka coaches asemo you know when names the banner names the back end one name a babe tomu sex Fabregas for the Chelsea job me no say no he's doing a wonderful job Komo Marika Kacho say Callum McFarlane one and as interim manager for Chelsea and still Fabregas did in for Chelsea from 2014 to 2019 when you have 2 Premier League titles, when you have FA Cup, Europa League, League Cup, and so now be a coach he come hodi and kobo kakano dani coach but see Fabregas say he's focused on final 5 matches of the season. Almost also 5th on the table. How many January ebo da echina and per European competition about on wash na in the court to Mekanya. Fabregas said nothing to say about that. I'd be stupid to think about that now. My focus is on the next game against Genoa. The pretty much against Genoa. I believe I will continue my chapter as Como head coach and focus on the next games. I would be very crazy to think of anything else rather than these 5 games and getting my team into Europe for the first time in history. I have not seen or heard any comment that my president said other than he telling me he values me very highly. And Yebisane said, what yet said the president said he's free to go. No one on te. Say no, and a man in Nigeria, no, I media, you want your employees to stay with you for as long as possible, but at the end of the day, you won't own him, and he's free to go to Chelsea if he wishes. And then the president can. But Fabregas is saying he's not thinking about that now. But would that be a good move for Fabregas, considering the Oyo Komoyi, Chelsea, Juma Baina, they are looking for a coach. Naka wabo ni wabo team ni panya se braba judgment here.
Chelsea Juma, it is a Blasters Juma. Blasters Juma, it is a Chelsea Juma. So we are coach na won so apempam dia obetum do ho atwitwi set teams ya obetum do ho abatabata mo into what is say Carlos Queiroz the press conference or ka say wono onso apempam hu nya ne hu
at all
owo
he's not afraid to
yes owo nkwa ono onfa ho. Then Peter Mosimane will also come and tell you, say,
aye.
Oh no, say no, Tiano. Say 3 months, 4 months.
That's what he meant.
And the Kayamoto Mkura. One fine yashi. Also, one fine yashi.
3 months there.
Also, 3 months there. Me the bearing. Nanti me bana amfa asemi Siviana. What you say? Chelsea, Juman to say Blasters job. They be Juman Mawa at any point in time. You bet me I think. Asa kill. But I want the Chelsea faithful, so no Chelsea supporting. Per se, mama chem reason tia. Omo pam Thomas Tuchel. Na India. Chelsea for Asempa Papa Bianca reason to omo Emma Thomas Tuchel koi. But Chelsea were in crisis. Chelsea, they were in crisis. In fact, Thomas Tuchel, one year. Offense pre-season with Chelsea. He came at a point when the season was already running for Chelsea. And to share by that season and to share the Chelsea Quadri Champions League. I'm say to share say. I'm say Chelsea decision makers say Tuchel is now becoming unbecoming. You say when leaders know and you fall out. In some minutes, Mama to share a day, every team. When Tuchel left, if Tuchel was a bad manager, if Tuchel was performing really bad for Chelsea, I don't think so. Club here, Chelsea were England. Your Pamu coach, the coach, you know, on my to say England national team attract is our coach. Me, sure. But you feel on him for the call. He is now the head coach of the English national team. Our Moko World Cup. Apart from Thomas Tuchel, what happened? Our subsequent coaches, any decision of the coaches or Maba. Everybody, a lot of people spoke about the appointment of Enzo Maresca. Say Maresca, no. What is his achievement? Nothing maintenance of the Leicester City for championship at the Premiership. Apart from that, one significant thing about Enzo Maresca is that Enzo Maresca are working under Pep Guardiola. Into a coach, no one penny for me in Bomu. Nobody such a coach here, no say with Simon say you are appointing a work in progress manager, and for that matter, at this highest level, own coach be that as the head coach, you know, also made bre. That's right. And Chelsea, Eddie Enzo Maresca, Eddie Nemuno. Nekoko si yane say Chelsea akwaji FIFA Club World Cup. Amadi FIFA Club World Cup we ya starting a ball league kwa yenim ne by mpanimfo na sign coach no enya fallout. Ya pam coach no. Yeja coach ne kwa se coach ne nko. Yeja coach ne kwa ma coach ne koye. Ye se Chelsea for say omo attract coach bia ne di ede Liam Resino a adem coach ne duma wo Strasbourg no. Aso omo hwa no mo ready na omo who say the future is very bright. Nko to mo bom demu e. And then a coach the buy no Adani Ejade Bob no. Oba no Adani kitchen bob. Unim kitchen bob. Koko ni mi. Ko. Ah ko. We see na bon. We see a bon and me write it. And no be no ko for buy. Inti Sir Fabregas knows for a fact to say, Eric, the Chelsea job and yet a Juma and Quran e ko bro. Ah. Papa ya no free Portugal fan say. Oh be coach team by. Obeko to Chelsea. Oh, no, you're young coach there. Andre Villas-Boas. Thank you very much. Oh, my goodness. About Chelsea. Omi Yinushi ho. It is a Fabregas, a player, or Bobo, and I say a man, or Bobo at that time. Or spending 8 years with Arsenal, no class of a Champions League, no about 3 years with Barcelona, or Champions League, not a free Barca team anymore, or about Chelsea team. Ever spending about 5 seasons with Chelsea, 2014 to 2019. I will be about Chelsea team, no. I will feel Chelsea call Monaco. I will feel Monaco. Well, when you know, will be in a carrier or Kobo Komo Kakra. Obo kobo ni wie ya komo no kwa manche obo be 70 matches and osimami coach him. Eric, and now we know Kasi. When you go to the Italian league, top coaches meet is Antonio Conte. Coach meet is Maximiliano Allegri. Coach meet is Gianpiero Gasperini. Coach meet is Vincenzo Italiano. These are coaches are only top coaches in the Italian Serie A. All these coaches and they Oma Bayan Kofomo Adma Ejuma Self Fabregas ni komo yede komo de ne komo ne budget you saying.
Can you imagine?
But it is because of a place when on your peace of mind. Eric, Abrabona, but sometimes peace of mind in suya chance can.
And yes, sometimes, all the time.
All the time.
Wasumun yo na chi o kra kwe o chak bo ah. O ipa be na pesa de na drama na wan na bi na. Obi ampe.
Me da se say we twelity am. If you accept here. And when sa team ya e fa no komoin. Baby omonenam na wo hwe owners ne kura ne baby omufri a enye footballing country mpo no omufri o ena o ma baye team no ena Fabregas adidi mo as a former player saying inspiration in Fabregas above this level. The aim is that please Fabregas want to make sure say, even if he will leave at the end of the season or the Como team will be placed a position where Como will have an European competition to play
for the first time.
For the first time in the club's history. Club are bankrupt today. Club are relegation multiple times. Club are warrior Euro. Club for so many years. Now all sniffle ade we fan say yembo top Italian football. Now do ma be this mpacho Chelsea. Mokodi nwo kokoma na yemata mu a. Enye Fabregas na ebesie. Tedie Mokodi nwo kokoma
said they admire.
Anya di masa. Coach is a bomb to me no man yejuba. Mo mfa masem nkoto baby ma yenhwe kwem. Let Fabregas maintaining a Juma warrior. Yamma Fabregas and focus with Juma warrior. So, because at this point, Eric, any other job opportunity and in Comobiano would be a distraction to Timani Dini Como and it's a Fabregas Juma warrior. But I think if Fabregas is able to complete this particular mission, next of the Como, a smaller club like Como. By Europe, at the Senate Girona, Abekai.
Yeah,
I think 2 seasons ago, na Girona 4 years with Spain on the boy European competition.
Yeah.
So to me, Germany will be a achievement to a chance of Chelsea Abeje Champions League.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Because Chelsea, here, people can easily judge you and say, oh, let's go Chelsea, you top players, Papa, good. Thank you. But if he's able to achieve this thing will come, place them at the level. If you look at the Italian league, one okay, Eric, she league table no. Next baby come the fifth position. Now your team said the come
and some of the results are what choke this season.
I got few games in the Italian league. 5. I got 5 games. Como no LED AS Roma. Como LED Atalanta by 4 points.
Best at Japan. You said it.
Oh, say no there what there. Me catch Arsenal's not here na say we 3-3.
Law as you say.
Law. Omati. Nta me catch. Some catch say adere dey. Utie the ball no yen follow monitor more.
That's true.
Some catch. We me catch say in the worst case scenario it is on bet 2 no and I'm sure you come bet Tiama Japan 3-3 over 4.5 over 5.5. Abo I na picky and na boy. Eric, the truth of the matter is Fabregas coming to Chelsea, I don't have any problem. But the thing is, to a boy, and in the consortium for no, football not sit to the sense so remember Fabregas yes.
Sana Hawanya free answer.
Oh, I had the team number so take and fight. I had to take enough. Less pressure. Team Nankasa Kwano, baby, I'm not requested. Serie A no, they've overly achieved.
They've done so.
They've done extremely well. And Fabregas will forever be remembered in the books of your father say, Como team. You be kind of Debia. In Kenya, Chelsea, their destruction, and the home quarterback. And dear Asempa and Madrid and come for your friend Xabi Alonso. Alonso went unbeaten. In the Liga, dominated by Bayern Munich. In the Liga, Sabaya Mponiwa, you can make it for Dortmund, Leipzig. Alonso and Leverkusen, able unbeaten. They went unbeaten in all competitions until the final day. Gianpiero Gasperini, Wadi Atalanta, Eshomo, Europa Cup final. Oh, Bomo 3-0. And no more unbeaten run, no, a baby. Such a coach, a lot of clubs are demand Madrid and the Alonso unattached on Yajuma or Tifino or TV. Sometimes, Eric, for you to pass through the mill, pass through the trenches, attract the big boys and the big clubs, important at the value amount. But any opportunity be answered a grab. Sometimes I come to say tuning and the impact. I come to say tuning.
That's fine. I make a few messages here. Show no I Prepzone. Kejwana Gasani Eric Asiedu Boadi. Ken Ninja. Now what's saying? Ninja has just decided not to accept Kirel's just because Otuado was not maintained. Time will tell. Royal Ebenezer. Ajay na they buy well Ebene. Okay, Ebene, my man is here, and okay. Oh, Transna Kasaka, new coach by so Kasaka Mamina. Tomato says Eric, the foreign minister Is the Premier League coming on this weekend? Or can't the Ghanaian Premier League? No, I mean, I was this weekend at 20 Wednesday. Dr. Pons, honestly, Chelsea can tend to cowbell. Everybody is drinking it too, and Chelsea need to wake up because it is too late to. Okay, all right. What name is this? Pep is really a genius and a master of this game. Cause at the same point, I've seen even playing Chelsea qualify for the Premier League. Okay, and here we are trying to steal the title from Arsenal. All right, okay, Eric, correct your guy. I think I've done this. Now, Casarampton and Sunderland. Yeah, I think we did. Good evening, Eric. This is James N3 watching live from Asofa. About you say near Godson Academy. Okay, thank you for watching. Eriko, you are live. Hunya. Yes, Francis Kato. Okay, Dr. Pons, I join here. Doctor, pass it through. Doc. Baba.
I'm a Dasminia.
Papa.
And my phone, I'm a mess. I feel what to say.
Let me do me preparatory. Upon the mammy,
but I mean, it's two things. It I say, on Onwa
Ben Huyi.
And I say, Onwa Begun Animasi. Two. Because already, team, any hope womb, sir.
Well.
I say, young crochet, a bit we need be fine. But if he's able to do a magic, time or your dear man no so cry, obetuya bibi, and one can say they make another record for himself. And we know how passionate Ghana for your dog in soccer. Until one in the research, it was a Ghana for they don't play.
Like he said at the press conference.
Forget MPP, forget NDC, forget whatever. No matter how we are fighting.
About the ball,
we man there a United Ghana for. I dare back when man Langard. And you'll be on more quants as one football. I'm ready for home.
Yeah.
A whole Langard now call us so Pamono. So it unite us.
That's true.
In the time a wapano a time a short. Otumisi in Yoma, not the Ghana crack a semi finals, a good mano, a quarter finals, a good mano. But Messiah and Coupon say, all my enter group stages. Because
we say, animal can say, you have the squad and bet him there. Yes, I did.
That is another question. Tell me, say, Diamond William, you bet to your mouth ingredients. We a senior chef.
Why have you been quite some?
A double bomb, I say, oh, Bammy home, a jollof from on a bedroom. But it is a one year chef. And no man say, can I kind of come between the jollof bia. Yeah, the best serving from a new mark. It is on one by any way. And that's what we're going to say. But Ghana, dear, we are going in with love and hope. So to meet Panama, bomb mobile even 3-1. 3-1. Or them Ghana, best England. Ghana, Ombebre only Croatia game.
Ghana, best England.
Yes.
And then who?
Milameka, Mino, never heard matching together. Oh, Boston.
In an England hurricane in Bow.
Me, I went over here with him. Me say, I bet you one was say, Ghana bet we are coach draw Panama. I bet you draw England. I'm telling you, that is football. You understand football?
Of course. Maybe I want to say, I'm finding a walk of Fakrama.
My support said this year, there, Motia Pep is having Jeff.
What I mean, that's not somebody else.
What is happening? That's not question. Real Madrid. What does it? 7.2.
You didn't come.
Into blasters there, it should be a good thing for her because when they went out for some of the families who are outside, no, they are ready to support.
That's true.
They are ready to go. Although the ticket is very expensive. They are ready to go. It's a coach in India. Or make it pay a beboa on one casale CV.
Okay, that's fine.
Abua Kofi Adams. honorable. Ebeboa Ket
Ankasa.
Ebeboa Obia Boa
the president of the land.
I need the son of the on your toppest. Ebeboa no Obia pen nti coach no chale waba no da man down sorry for Alice so what so be so jot to no man man jot on to be.
How you just when you know that there.
Me buseke on to be on for plan because players say Kutano. Yeah. And yet you know those days you know Miami first 8. Let me up on first 8. Yeah, football in general.
Really? That's
yes, football in general.
Talent is what?
Yes, because business I hate too much. Betting, agents, and scouting team. It's in football. No talent. Cut and paste. No, they are copy agent. No, Conor Obama hype the whole talent. No, na talent. Why don't they hype la Miyama? Oh, the one is Siabobo. Oh, Siabobo. He wasn't good. He's using Barca to learn. It's the hype. And they won't let you if you can't to fulfill. Say Mbappe will be dominate to Spain. It's a bit more happy to be able to play. Because can I say an announcer because Rafinha no pushing. No, if you Brazil be control her. Yeah. What that empty the piano tactics room. Now me say Black Stars World Cup with some qualify for group stages sir. Omesho could be a bit 2010 there, but Omudia go me from group stage.
Yes, somebody. Right, Dr. Pons, thank you so much. Betis, Madrid abo 1-1 Yapon.
Asema
I 1-1 Yapon.
I say manu crazy. Go for it.
Yes, I'm great. Now, artist of the year, all right.
Mumfama Madeka. He will be able to do it. Well, they've all worked. If one work here, own that top war. It will be a qualified, but me. The way Medica is pushing advocating, I love it. No, I love how he's pushing it. But then watch it.
So interesting.
Yes, sir.
Like it happened last year when I can promise name.
Medica moves on than watch it. When you juma wire swabo. Most popular song in the Obeji. One side, shoulder down, and that one. Until your Jibe to become not called the artist of the year, now, bra. We're just 7 nominations. I found we this time about working.
Maybe it is
okay away with 4.
Maybe because to me just 7 nominations. No, I could feel
zero.
Maybe it's here.
Zero.
It's worked. It's out when your songs. I mean, you know.
And then the Champions League this time you're born at 4 p.m.
Well, so, you know, if you fair ban say, yeah, now you are. Was it a party? But we remember born a na party no. Yeah, baby, we are ball 11, 10. A cut short the party.
Oh, okay.
94 no by 6 year 6 to wherever no 6
10 presentation by 1 hour 7 queen and 8.
But yeah, maybe not about 10 11. Almost most of the countries in favor. So when they am one in them. Near party no.
It makes sense. Until I also aviation social center. Hit from Repio Jessino. You best start tonight. Let a bebo train we shake game we are the party jams no. And they are twice. 30th of May. You're free, just be in something sports. Nabra Aviation Social Center. Hit FM Repio Jesse. Champions League final 4 p.m. live.
30 of the other multimedia Jagger and Yase. Yeah, check on a mummy, you know. The Aviation Social Center.
Yep.
Hits FM, Joy News, Brofo. There.
Yeah, man.
Na account branch necessary ya determine that side nyina
boso magia boso ye hwe nkran na mo hweta ma ho ebi ewa
Asempa FM UCL Funday on the 30th. It's Aviation Social Center no bedding na finso no ayeti avana so
abom den
no bedding. Thank you so much
my brother, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Me pop be 12 for na prechi no bedding power my man Dr. Pounds the from Betis team Madaba. You said it, say both seem to score. Betis will go home. Madrid say anyini as a massa. Oh yeah, na Betis are quite 1-1. And I wonder what Madrid is playing for. I mean, just for the pride, because I in the car now. Basakra a feather grim. Grepia no more. At a point now, Alonso are shut anymore. But again, if this is how the season was going to be, why not allow Alonso to continue?
Yeah, I don't know what him say. The decision of the sacking of Xabi Alonso. I don't know. Florentino Perez Becca. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. The decision of sacking Alonso and the timing. Time on the sacking, especially when na would be a suitable replacement. Be Adema Xabi Alonso. What I say? Only a proven winner be to replace Xabi Alonso there. na me feel say we be sake no nko na be ma balo na be hwe kire dia na mani nya na djuma na on good team nani ase na the end of the season man catch and so nko na obi fufa ye den embra
some of the decisions of these so-called big teams.
But you see, Niama, the decision of Florentino Perez sacking Xabi Alonso is so useless, say. At the point of sacking, no Madrid, they so competing in the Champions League. Yeah. They have Champions League trophy to fight for. No more competing. At the time of Madrid, sacking Xabi Alonso made the save of opportunity to fight for the La Liga.
Yeah, of course.
But all these things couldn't come into the conversation or for consideration. They just stood up, believed what some of the players here. The so-called big players in the Madrid dressing room when our primary duty is to deliver on the field of play. No more Then the club decided to say, we can't listen to one person who is Xabi Alonso and leave out about 3-4 players. So for that matter, the coach should be the weakest link. Sacrificing. You sacrifice Xabi Alonso. What has been the return?
Nothing better.
Nothing better. Until me feel say Xabi Alonso kono ko any there. So Florentino Perez and Casa and now Otifie no share the happenings of Madrid after the sacking of Xabi Alonso. I think so he will bow down his head in shame.
Wow. All right, Ken. Before I go to Krunimono, in fact, Krunimono, Mr. Asiedu, Boadi and Kanenya learned that Coach Otuado also went to the airport to welcome the new Black Stars coach, Carlos Queiroz. Is it true? I mean, hey, Kanenya, Boko, why? Find water around you, why? So you don't choke. We should be busy up, auntie. But we should there. Okay, wrap it up. I know you've said a lot about coach, my press conference and some in the morning, but I told her, this is Prepzone. It's about woman, son, Yako. What is your impression? Coach, then some questions say, Bissan, I know you saying he's ready for the job, but it's his toughest test yet. The team is not for anybody. And that there's going to be an equal opportunity for everyone, and there are 33 million coaches in Ghana. He likes it, and that will be a Boana next May Jumano World Cup or Corrigidos on experience. Ba Ameako boy Jumayan could diagro or Bay you bet me be a Ghana. I didn't nice so if you play as a team, country beyond to me, and other. Some of no. You think we have a good coach here, right? Coach in the CV a good. The CV a very good CV. Or the Cope Juma and Chobenya Juma. Because when you opportunity to who coach you Madrid for, and who to Manchester United, and who to Portugal national team, and the Qatar qualify for World Cup, Iran, and the World Cup there. South Africa who qualify for the World Cup. Who to be the Egypt, Eco African Cup of Nations finals there. Ye kasi ye pay Juma ye pay coach. Na the consider no Nations Cup ayen to mean GBA. Ye pe coach obetu di akwa enim. Na recent times what to the African country akwa finals. Ye ko World Cup. No World Cup ye 2 previous World Cups no. Ye ko ye free group stage. Na ye pe coach obetu di atra. O ta say obetu di aye bibi World Cup dia. The okay can in album ye know what we are looking for no. Ni na wo coach ba akwa ya fa ne nim. Nti bibia wo ne mu. But Eric, there is still danger. And Ejumano. There is still danger?
Yes. Ejumano is subject to so be proven on the field of play. Because the remember what was seen now in the previous achievement. And those previous achievements, and a man go for before Ejuma Sajidi and say Ejuma Yadmo to me. But it doesn't also negate the fact to say the current situation now cause no so betumi am wa feli.
The current situation?
Yes, and also betumi am wa feli. Situation ni be ni say Carlos Queiroz, my reading name was he's a good communicator.
Good communicator.
Yes.
Okasa fine.
Okasa fine. Obetumi apa we yire ne ya oh no, come on. Go Kasa fine. Yes, or Kasa fine. Because our piece of article be or to on Instagram, I can it's so convincing. Coach on your meduha. ne ye man djuma ye boni dina otwere sa krata ne beto abontia paragraph 1 paragraph 2 paragraph 3 masa he's a good communicator. Then number 2, as a 73-year-old man, the pressure at press conference, anything you see a conducting, anything in that or in your man, it clearly tells everybody say the coach, you know, only momo no mudili, and what should they see? And when him say, coach, you know, everybody. On Professor Ghana for we like sugar-coated words. Oh yes, daddy. Press conference. No one say I'm can be in channel. On the bar, answer question. Oh yes.
I'm possibly or carry a boy and some black.
No more bombing, no more bombing. But the key important things, you know, coach, you know, run away from it. When you are it is a target. Eric, and now no can see. Even bar attendant, even bar attendant, you for your target.
Aye.
I'm supermarket and no Quran. A Juma ready, Juma man, I'm on a target. Because the target is supposed to be the guideline. What I say, send a buyer. So we failure now watch ya, and you'll be a free from my baby, ever catch your but one can say, baby, I'm in and yes, saying, Juma will free me.
Wow. Now, what was on a punk on his or chow, Mr. Mike Nyako, than a punk on him. On Johnson, Uncle. Also, here live, a chair and up on Mr. Mike Nyako.
So, issue about targeter MP. A matter of concern. Mentia targeting MP no. Me say for instance say hame. Because a ban say a fair ground to criticize. And yes sir, one thing you criticism and you constructive.
Go can say on fan could do hand be want to me dia.
We bet me criticize and we bet me can wasem. But I know say we don't know the realistic target you set my coach, you know. Coach in so said near targeted your money, is it achievable or not? Coach in so I'm a kamushi. As a phone country in Ghana for. I'm the some fire communicate to us. They can tell the coach, but they can decide to say something particular, no, it can be confidential between the FE and the coach. But coach in the Benjina, and that's a press conference in so. The coach, you know, as a 73-year-old man, what you say? The coach, you know, as a 73-year-old man who is older than the FA president, who is older than the management committee chairman of the Blasters, who is older than all the executive council members of the Ghana Football Association. Obetina Hono, as a 73-year-old, Ninyan Semu, Obisa Ghana for say, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I can hear you. Are you ready? It means that coaching him say a national team will coach a club side. And when it comes to national team, you win him as coach, you players win him as footballers. They will bring all those things to bear. But one particular thing to me, the support of the nation.
The support of the nation.
The support of the nation in important details. I'm fan today. You are really behind the team. The missing piece in the press conference, of course, one. Say coach na ya fan no obia enim coach the target.
Okay.
Eric, one second thing the second thing na no so e ha dwuni ye pa. Your coach no so asem obeka say this is the
most difficult.
Me shimi.
It is the biggest challenge I want to carry on.
And when me say coach na start my excuse or failure you know waja to me say na dey enye. Oh yes, sana coach ni person ka che. Oh coach na
so 3 months to a World Cup.
Yeah, me qualify. Yeah, me chade. You to me pam coaches. Obi a coach ni kwa no your pam coach na or just 1 week to train with the team to play a competitive man. Anamebwa. How many days say the Bobo World Cup?
I don't just say anything.
Me ba asem na me bisa o say. You to me pam coaches. Me pacho Ivory Coast coaching your friend say MS5.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say World Cup qualify.
Middle of a competition.
World Cup qualifiers or meeting. Obi to be answer no. Me pacho time no take over Ivory Coast.
In the middle of a competition.
In the middle of a competition.
When you win it.
Absolutely, that is what my point in it here. Say. Coaching.
I don't know what of Asem Kraba. Back to the point. The time I hear coach now. None of our assistants now are in the position to be able to take charge of the Black Stars and not just the assistants.
Every now and then, farmer assistant to be for now. We no more farmer.
Oh, Seka, who say you want to say, I say, look for 3 months about maybe about the top up, so the assistant for you are capable. In the MS5 case, he was an assistant coach.
Motiana may call your argument. Me and Menemo, Prince Wolf, has said, Mimi, some of the Black Queens coach, Echo, Blasters, yes, to add the Yans answer into Black. Yes, I'm say, Black Queens coach, you know, I'm sure you know, over to me, I bought for I'm saying the coach in some show alliances. I don't need a pamu, your coach, you know. More fair, because our alliances now on Yeguman. He is not there. The there is not there. Yes. Eric, coach Nukase, this is the biggest challenge or the most difficult job I want for any home bar. Me say was started the excuse ever. So failure or they can't catch it and say you are anything. But a Juma Yadiama, I got 40 something days, I got 40 saying. Coach Papa Bia, you don't need 2-3 months to know the team now walk forward the Omuko to Quine. Oh, Cato Echo World Cup, a cabo so many bear, Yika Crabino, World Cup, and you go focus should be on in team of good team bed. Oh, Mister, okay, you could tell team the Abba qualifies, wouldn't him team no. No, Mister, yet until 5 team, no, as assistant, I did clean your 5 team, no, I say, well, no, 30, say a woman. Into coach where so we need the shortest possible time on for experience no World Cup in Asempa when obeti me ye name fed man it's simple
but Eddie
man
say team you
and no coach man
why now be friend
and no pa no
coach now friend no local players and I say one of time to be anka obehu
any kwan so ye changes bia ye team no and ye changes be ni here
call no ho
ye team no the mental fortitude players no psyche what you say because problems are not majority of Ghanaians to add hono number 1 say ontumi bring unity among the players into ontumi bo as a team that is number 1. Number 2, the substitutions always weakens the team rather than sanka or say emma team na ho de no or you change bia no and change ni mom emma team no ejija no ma say we were always conceding at the die embers of the game in terms of who say already game ni and he was bringing in wrong players for the right people in the game in no we coach bia over 73 years we coach our Chelsea and our coach Man U anything meet is Real Madrid Portugal Sanome Egypt South Africa Sanome exactly Sanome yesho and again letting every player feels important no was from that load of being responsible it's simple national team bono Eric sir we go internet this one search the Argentine team that won the World Cup. There was a certain mercy, but every single member of that team of Argentina contributed to the success of the Argentine national team. You go training and you can mercy. You play match and you can mercy. You need mercy in every you do park and so we all fight together. Because when we die together. When we win together. That was the attitude of the Argentine national team. And your blasters. Player in your born, but couldn't do a position to score easy. No, on the for the difficult or the hard way. On no person share no dominating headlines. On no person share no minimum dominating headlines.
And that's our bane.
Exactly. Into your coach in what? Or this hand no money being very team.
That's fine.
Into coach we any day. Maybe when they come and excuse that. Many expectations are low.
Expectations low.
Oh, low. Then a blaster say until you are answer the as na dey be. Let me borrow the words of Papa. Good evening, baby. Papa will be a michiano. Until. All
right, that's all right. My man Ken Kaninja there, and a guest Didn't buy no guest 32. No, 83-28. I don't know why people are talking about Fabregas. The tension and rules in Como does not come close to Chelsea. And moreover, the terrain is also different thing altogether. Okay. Brendan Kabi and I bet share whether or not he can come around and succeed. But there are talks ongoing for other top players, former players of Chelsea. When the job is doing, he has to come in and help and all that. Now, but na me pese me bo honorable Asempa voice be ansana makobo kuku no. Then I take a minute comment from you before we tina me say Pablo de Bema Mrs. ansana yako and it's just a comment on the Diane Asemi, and then Mr. George Free, former vice president of the FA at to be at home say we are babe judges had dying who are so no correct. That is what he meant. I mean, also what about judge dying why is a good thing to turn the residents of the coach of the Black Stars into an office. No, they had the papa and all that. But they just a throwback. Yeah, just a throwback. Some time ago, we just a short one. We a short one here.
We have decided to save more money, protect the national press, and the taxpayer will be okay. So when we give our limited resources for sports development, we decided to secure a decent residence that befits the status of a national coach. We have decided to save more money, protect the national press, and the taxpayer will be okay. So when we give our limited resources for sports development, we decided to secure a decent residence that befits the status of a national coach.
Wayne and someone who have seen my kind at that time. FM. I say yes, Sevisika. National person, yeah, this then Sevisika, and so yeah, a befitting baby, a coach better. Executive council members also say Finipio, but the minister then was also saying, say yes, Sevisika, my buying, and the emperor be permanently my coach and Trani and Spanisika or what the confusion is can the 1 minute spend Casa Baby.
I don't know when Quiade
1 minute.
When Quiade
1 minute.
When Quiade
bet can I ready one.
When Quiade Eric media my position and clear. Ejuma ye sabi impreducer. Say that sorry.
Of course.
I don't think it's a beer sorrow juma so onim the purpose into a deco juma. Yen reason tell you buy a better now. And your juma no, no be the message, but can ninja boko why and find water and drink why na a bit chocolate. I can't say juma. We've been doing this close to about 20 years. Yan kasam and chokuye. We want people to understand, say, Sadem Yabayan ya. Wow, if you want to mean kasa to say kasa, what you say? Sometimes you might have an opinion, sometimes you must say something a legit. But Eric, why not tell you? And no tell you the new opportunity at Naha. Yapasi a common pen in front of TSS or mine is a bay ya, a yemi and nina.
A bay ya,
a yemi and no, me with me. A former sports minister was say, Sabren. Don't nam so mukoto sa dining say. No hotel cano. A bogana foka.
Yes.
A bogana foka no nim say. Nina if you gana mam bottom the sika ya tititi kaka ya disika koto bank na mate taso ho na utua eyi na ati we no eno no hu ni say sika na elko waste. Adena yenya a lasting solution of putting blasters coaches into a hotel. By giving him a house on what now? Or Pasoba Juno Kobenye baby Abanamwa, no compound and no Abanamwa.
Very serene atmosphere.
Medasi. Eric, yes, I do with ye. Isaac Siama cannot use his own pocket money to buy a house for a blasters coach. So also consulted a buying penny for parliamentarians. then even the president of the land also are aware, because he can accountant and a controller and accountant general.
Yeah,
I want to scan a free bar. Not through the controller and accountant general. Sikane ba na beto the finance department of the sports ministry na dia koye sejuman eno na ye sad way ene ye de dan no safo no ekoma the managers of the national team Blasters no omo ye hwan mu omo ye Ghana Football Association se mo ena mo manage Blasters into coach ba minister de enyo no no ni coach ne nante di nkoma bon komo omo bon when a important no matter be trade to san man ni akade ye mugye fifo na money coaches no ekona ekrana nti e de safo na mam munji na coach bia ba onkodem say ye nya coach a eda no enye nto se be pro eda ni patim career innovation na baba Eric eda wutu patim
nice houses wo kwa obekono na I just say occasions bia aye Easter weekend away but there are who are more feeding more feeding more making sure that the place is in order.
Inti wo ka chere
businessmen in Accra.
Inti wo ka chere me say yesake kwesi apio free sa dan mu obi ankwetinem ne yentumi nhwe so me dan ne nsi ho empro abra ye renovation inti atene a dan no from the purpose in tia ya de to diamond kan ni bia tia se ya tete yesi kanka kope dan ye de ma ye national team coach se o medem na no honton na o ma ye resource na on trophy ma ye no o se unyanse ne unim die mu wo de ye technical center because e dan no so ntumi nsi ho aba obi anye den obi ande.
I want to help you with this this audio. This is the former sports minister on how much Ghana was spending a month. How much Ghana was spending a month when you coach in accommodation. And see, decided yourself to be permanently.
We need to see sports as a serious business, and we need to also protect the national purse. Just recently, you read it and you saw it that the ministry has decided now to have a permanent residential accommodation for the national team coach, the Blasters. That has been secured. We're working out to help the other sporting disciplines. But you see, I came and I saw the budget on accommodation. Mentally, we are paid about $8,000 mentally. Why? What crime has this country committed to deserve this? Is that how to plan? But $8,000 mentally. That system has been changed. We have a national residence for our national team coach. Permanent one. So when the Canadian Sports Complex is transformed, we are also going to host our national federations, our national.
Okay, so I think the idea is $8,000 monthly
at that time.
And I say, how did you spend this gas?
I say crime being Ghana a committee. Nasa no more when a minister afefe famu. Nanko akopa danya anka ndabwa onye minister biamu Eric. Anka beye a legacy project. Our didn't say be say. Obetna so ana obedi so as a sports minister no. When you hwinja Ghana for krano, he was able to eliminate that financial burden.
Oh,
I think
man for say ebi someone to sound no.
Na amohi.
Na I say na ba o.
They are born oh
sir.
And ebia
na mama say fa ba kun piso mama say we dey be ba. Mama fa ba kun san piso. Say we so be ba still on the residence.
Okay.
National team coach. Whatever the case, there will be a national team coach. The Blasters will always have a coach. So why don't you think ahead and make sure that you have a permanent accommodation for the national team coach so that we can make some savings? There are other competing areas. Sports needs more funding. So if we are spending so much on one person, a coach, I thought that was unnecessary. So I decided, well, it's been years. So it's been there for almost 20 years. It's been years, many years. Well, I came as a minister. That is my approach to resolving the challenges that confront Ghana sports. So it is a decision I have taken. This decision, they are not taken by the FA. These are the mistakes we make. Government is paying. So you should take the decision. I sat down as a minister responsible.
No, this is confusing. Someone then is saying government is paying. But the executive council member is saying the FA was paying.
And you know, but what I know, government pays for the accommodation.
That's what the minister is saying.
Yes, government pays for the accommodation of the national team coach, Blasters coach. Government the tria. Government the tria into the government copa. It's a permanent accommodation,
to cut down cost.
Eric, let's not waste time on this way for no, because missing in Panano and some catch of saying important so bedi bonia on na or sank opportunity unya no de call no maybe a drink no maybe one son or the final way na ban on you because so I na just bedi boni into a pen in tama di bonino onim so di bonini na na to da ho. What you say into this issue about accommodation, and I make us say, media, me final winning in the sports minister because I'm not here the minister, and this is something a former minister did for the country. I mean, him said document at the home said the Blasters head coach a permanent residence or accommodation. Into a San Tracy, a matter of
Radio can Asempa Zana and for draw but if this is what the minister is saying, minister actually the reason that was done and now say whoever I'll say that makes sense. No, you're correct. I mean, okay, right. No, so mommy, so voice no, ubia voice ne you be me pese sample voice ne bi na all the asem na asem ko e bia na esada honorable Kwame Asiema was lying then. Or the executive council member is lying.
What are you talking about? How can Honorable Kwame Asiema lie about this thing when it is on record? Say Kwesi Appiah Kwatena dining.
Aye.
And then when you try to
say omuneti, no say wait. Aye, one was aye. Na no do for say. FNT, you know say ekuo.
Oh, Eric, enye no kre. Abani le tua. Say FNT be tua dia. Then it means say no takashima omude akwaje dan no afa dan no ageno technical center no and no pese compensate Ghana for by paying the hotel bills of the coach so that people will stop talking about baby our coach in better because at the end of the day if not the government paying there and say you and you tell them say coach about wada you are assembly problem say no person say no person here there wow but it is never true say Blasters head coach Bano Beda hotel GF for ne tua enye no kure.
Wow. Remember one mommy who picks for the weekend. Yes, remember mama who picks for the weekend and Sunday. But the bet can I ready. Bet you go now piska kra. Yenti we na fe yen piska. Say kuku no. Ma say jana so kumu ejano misi fi kuku ni mo basa. Yen kuku ni mo sisia. Keju na kasa ni Eric Asiedu where show near Prepzone. Cause what yen. Ye kuku ni mo sisia na kwa bia so mo say ne won sam so sia tie sanse. Say budisika.
1xbet odds ni doso na wudi so a yetua sika no tentem ene de bia wudi ahodo bi ko 1xbet.com.gh website ana app so use promo code GHDRAM na fanya 300% welcome bonus ekopem 5,500 Ghana cedis. Gambling when you true into channel wa hwe yemu enye ma wona won di mfie du nwotwe gaming commission agent krato yatum.
Asiedu Kesio Electroland Ghana Limited ye mamo Asiedu Kesio for our loyal customers because your loyalty deserves more ye mamo Asiedu Kesio pa big rewards for you and me from Accra to Tamale all over Ghana. Electroland ye #1. Just buy your favorite Samsung, TCL, Media and Nasco Electronics from any Electroland showroom or authorized reseller store nationwide. Dial *928*8888# or go to register.electroland.com electrolandraffles.com and enter our weekly and monthly draws and stand a chance to win big. From TVs, ACs, fridges, gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, mobile phones, and more rewards just for you. Approved by MLA Caritas Platform. Electroland Ghana Limited. Rewarding your loyalty the big way. Terms and conditions apply.
Na last year you're massive. I feel DJ. Asempa. I feel you a Champions League semi-final and what been better. Yeah. I am brought here. I am mankind. Why? And they qualify for the grand finale. Semi-final matches next Tuesday, 28th April. Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich did drama. Young commentary was studio. That is show live. My show Electroland head office, Ring Road. Near Nakamu show grand screen soon feel. Nah, this year Wednesday, 29th April. Yes, switch it to 5th year. Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal the Gunners. Yeah, too far. Copy North Canesi, Timot, Stereo Pop. And one year Kabu Man Shady live commentary brought live. Say we now you warm up to the big day. There's some perfume you see a fun day on the 30th of May with Havana. And it's a day to me Tuesday, 28th April. PSG Bayern Munich, 7 p.m. JCS Shabomaya coming to live from Electroland head office, Ring Road Central. Now Wednesday 29th, Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal. Yeah, repeat encore. I was Stereo Pop. North Canesi Dimot, 7 p.m. Live commentary was some perfume near Dome FM. Mekwa Fiasane, Nasco, Soccer Bet, City Shito, Kiss Condo, TSCV, at Havana Park and Restaurant. See you there.
Napaye, Afi, Yekono, my mother, my mentor, Michre, me mame, me chrefu, ye nigo se, ye sha wo fonko ani monyamu, nemu, ye sha ma, omotiti yen, na wo ye nia ye enenu ani monyam. Enfutu ode ma, etu wache juma wo ye, ade baako a wo kai a edi wechi afebo. Seseya, ye pese ye tisa ensemo no. Send a 1 minute voice note and a video efabra WhatsApp number 0531029795. Kabribia, umami, ana oba shrunku bia owa bra bomu eyeye ana kaya esakra wo bra. Na hwe wo betumi edi nkunim na wonya ye na chedia shrunku amman. Enna paye, my mother, my mentor. Mechre, me mami, mechre Adum TV and Napaye 2026. Numekwa asoya sinin eye. Tasty Tom seasoning powder. Tasty flavor. Afa Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, phone Papa Pa Fee. Las Palmas Food Center. Adriane Papa Fee. Adum TV. Here was
Nasela Farm Casino 4GHscratch.com. Sikam Pimpi Mama Ghana 4D Ninyasam get 12. GHscratch.com. And you scratch and win instant cash online. Mobile to me first 100,000 CDs kutu. And you get some say akwenya miensa. And I to me first be simple. Near the kind to scratch card our GHscratch.com. Na scratch keke. Utiye ya. Udam instantly. Near to sumi no air the daily challenge. Shebia. Ye be maybe to so be scratch card do to to me. Say katum now can you put top 5 on the one? 1 year na yakano. I bet you see come fu that's on. Yeah, to some years I the game challenge. Now by any so be card and you open. Say now can top 5 on the one. Disco fee. Sikaba bro 100,000 cities. And now bet me our GHscratcher.com. It will trend here. GHscratch.com. Register scratcher.com. Nedina.com. Kaisen sheka krawo. Enter to Gaming Commission of Ghana jet. Wouldn't if you do what you want to be baby. Ultra finance at all. Asempa FM. Register. Scratch the door. Need the door. Asempa 94.7. Asempa.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food. Just say, me would you make a dynamic what Friday.
Asempa 94.7 FM. Just in case that voice is something which is there, no, may person may repeat voice, no. For our sports minister voice, no.
Please, we need to see sports as a serious business, and we need to also protect the national person. Just recently, you read it and you saw it that the ministry has decided now to have a permanent residential accommodation for the national team coach, the Black Stars. That has been secured. We're working out to help the other sporting disciplines. But you see, I came and I saw the budget on accommodation. Mentally, we're paying about $8,000. Mentally, why? What crime has this country committed to deserve this? Hey, is that how to plan? But $8,000 mentally. That system has been changed. We have a national residence for our national team coach. Permanent one. So when the Canadian Sports Complex is transformed,
it's fine. It's well. This is it. We can be unyaba kono so mami akamani beje pa. Kena kwaba.
Yenya. Great.
Yeah, Yankopon say. Boki bakono wa bakono amemfa ngo mpre kwanza na nye no ama mo no ama mo enwa. Okay, if it is no idea mama ken mamemfa we ngo mu ansa because controversy ababa de on. Mami you know bakono o yini ade. Ken na last week ya mawo.
Much last week into member. Last week into member.
But this week say o page ni so go for this go bottom.
Oh yes, and the crepa. Okay, so the last time I buy and say unfortunately me na money to out more there ba mama WhatsApp me to me and join me group no. But that weekend 124 was boy. 124 was boy. And I even Andrea also 25 force. And you may make us say 10 was a boy is here. A boy is here.
10 odds a boss is here.
A boy is here.
Wow. And you Betkin page,
Much on the Betkin. Betkin. And Tina Yaba. And then Nedye. I will say Oyibo Osun. Oyibo Sunday. Eddie debate. Eddie debate.
Okay. I am picking up my man Sergio Manucho. My producer extraordinaire, former producer extraordinaire is in the building. All right, we're in it. Sergio Manucho. I miss you, my brother. Okasa. James Adeko. Okasa ibine diana bisanama mese. Okasa ni nyine dia o makasa kakra. Oh my goodness, I miss him. I miss him so much. All right, Ken Kasana.
Okay, Eriko, me chance me ban me say me dey 24 no me say not only football ni bet me a debate e wo honom. Now I know say most of
my man Sergio Manucho is in the building. Yes, I know you feel that. Sergio Manucho. And I saw them before you Manudians.
Oh, Chabi said, do quarter with my Saudi for you. And I mean, say, Real City, you have a foul 1-2 but me, I say, who could try me, Hoboko. Aye, what about the
and never want to sing.
My feel for Israel. Send me system now,
for his offer. He would have brought for man.
There you go. Mesero. Can you run?
Ah, said you put down. You say it's all quite now, but
Abi. Me kwanda hana. Ebra ya me fa na ya.
But found me.
Yes, only ha. Okay. We do not obiani ha. We do not obiani ha. But then I say no, me do mu fi ani. Me shut down for town kakra.
Na me ko say.
Bibia e boko. Keju warankasa. Say ma catch say kase obi a typical multimedia boy.
Typical multimedia boy.
Typical multimedia girl. It goes beyond bibia.
Yes, that's true.
They be you ko mo for 10 minutes been to they be o dey meba homa no so. Na ya church o the template multimedia boy and as a typical multimedia girl no. It goes beyond bibia. And yes, you know, Saudi foul, that goes beyond BBR. And you know, each and any time.
And they'll pass it.
I send me pass it through now.
Thank you for passing.
Now,
only I want to say.
Oh, BBI Boko, is a Saudi phone owner, to a monitor situation.
Yeah, Mohadre, Papa, and you guys are doing well.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, Mama system, no so
Papa.
Someone good, and you must say,
oh,
let's say, you know, my pain.
But on official. But official visit remember.
We are unofficial.
I go Dabi.
We are unofficial.
Dabi. Official visit then there. Or say my producer who say me ba I won't pay rent to me.
I am going to.
I know baby to me. I mean a typical multimedia boy. Another. I go me fast me buy my access me fast in intact. Mankati and Kodabi. I go me a typical multimedia boy. Mendeleti me copy mankati so that no tie. I go me copy me files. Mankati
file.
Mankati.
Okay.
Me kati di ane. We are sorted.
Great.
And only dada. System no ya wo fie bra you to me here nema. Timi bi are sorted.
Thank you so much for passing.
Fantastic.
Around the point
most definitely. Most definitely. Maybe I would think I will on official visit. Official nebeba. No, you best start here napa. So be I yes, start here napa now do. Eriko, Dabio. Yeah, foundation is so.
That's true.
To say do be adie mo kakra.
Hit FM for the match.
Oh, Eriko. To wasi. Unofficial visit will be a begin de. Okay. Official one neba. Or Obetienka. But
Opa the Boji.
Unipa na jubi na Michiano. Say she.
Only Mutia. Or Tonkosa. Only a Bessie one name. So only if you mamma qua. They say
I cannot template Bakubi or semi demano. Mediban Samako. What you don't monitor. Muse 1 or 2 be on Timaki Medibemano. Okay. One of the man from Abia Nesman milk on Ubu is Zabi.
Ulungu now.
Mr. Mankatianko. Make up pay, but say Obian to me Kofo than him. What in taxes in Erada?
I get it.
I will continue passing. No. I want to say, my catch, I will call him Nanaku from Tete.
How you know?
I saw before.
I've got down.
Oh, I mean, yes, man, fast chemistry, CBA, man, I go back. BBA is a sign.
Okay.
BBA to me, see.
Great. Oh, yes, of course. I mean, this is a Sunday we are sitting.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, okay, don't do and do. Saudi for the final.
It's football.
Fantastic.
It's football.
It is a football. I mean, today I'm catching up and coming boys. And Massa. Yeah, you man, we back ecosystem. And continue be now. So, what time now? We food now. Cocoon. On it, baby, opposite or cold man. On the casa. One call recommend. So, yes, she's Nanaku or Kano Pa. Nah,
see messages in fire. Ella, he said you back. Just not back. Passing through. He said you back. You are passing through.
Yeah, passing through. We're unofficial passing through.
Oswin says, say hi to my guy. Say you for me.
Oswin. Also, hard guy.
I
catch them and say, me appreciate the power.
Great.
Oh, now that was 2022. Now, and a 20 AFCON be. You think a yoke watching a corporate do the banker. Oh, you're going to airport now. I bet you. Oh, guy.
I said, walk off.
Oh, I catch us a story. Into all official. Into you watch it there. The fan. at the right time, you did about 1. You go. There you go.
Son of a me beso cannot you. Pablo T. And maybe you are body. No.
Pablo,
when you are body.
Let's know there. Maybe your suspension. Maybe Zayo. ID card.
They say they to 4 ball chromosomes.
The game is gone.
The game is gone again. It's still a musu.
No, brana. Sika one in the prime, only peak. Nah. Unto
go home.
My. Sika only peak. Masa.
Sky, I want to.
Opopo no kakra bi no mate se.
Bi no.
Makora aketewa we.
Tsunami.
Pablo, abajan ye ba. Chama the game is gone. And from kakra no ya.
So the point be preparation.
Fantastic. Chama, fantastic.
Bet game.
Cham, we me chiri ho. Ehu hia you say there. We share boys now. Yeah, you physical and farm out. Could ni man.
Could na.
Chiro mo say greed ni setting na. One akofa gofu sika kwose no no. Kakra bi obetumi din dinako. Hey now they 500 Ghana kwaje 1,500. What to the pool no?
Billion. Ogu company no. That's it. It's now the final year five. We say Sajo Manu Chona mo ten kan passing through. That can ten dey na ehwe.
Okay, so Eriko, there's a tournament also new tennis tournament also Madrid Open. And then with this tournament, no monitor games nipa.
What offer tennis asemi be but we entry mu. Carlos Alcaraz, also French Open, we training one film. Yes, well done too. I say Ranga Uncle. So we a big opportunity for Yannick Sinner.
Oh yes, a very big opportunity for Yannick Sinner because there is a rivalry between Ononi Alcaraz because Alcaraz prior in the Barcelona Open. So now Madrid Open, you say now I was expecting him to come on our withdrawing. So in the news say by any say now okay say Roland Garros on to me and then Rome so he's not participating. Into I say now no Sinner with the points are going for war number 1 no because last year. Now it was Sinner who was in that position. Then Alcaraz came in. Anna is here Sinner as Abe Fabio. And there was a good.
They say they mean where you in where you.
Now there is one Spanish guy on also Ebapa Jordan. He is very very good. 19 years.
Oh, with
no. So champion for him because Alex Dumune, boy. Looking at Dumune experience in the tennis game, I want to 19-year boy making. Or born from 6-3-6-1. 2 sets straight. From and ni last tournament boy in Barcelona. And we say not only a certain player boy, but we no boy experience and that guy in so with Sinner like Alcaraz no obi a bit like I say be a ko be mpa cry Alexander Asherev but also no he is a bad loser. He's like Sabalenka. Ono say oboge mu na say bia olusu set bia na say ni gbefu no ho. Na so so your opponent will take advantage on you. But what I say so now on there Sinner and Alcaraz no me see the whole bia because say be able to me win against Omono.
Wow.
I say be say bia Ben Shelton on you say Granero film. And actually 2-1 because with what I was saying Madrid Open is full of upsets.
Okay.
It's full of upsets. Yesterday was Svitolina the WTA. Even Yannick Sinner him son no number 1 no Oshebi Obono today Oshia Bonzi he suffered before beating Bonzi by 2-1.
One funny better.
If
okay, call Bonzi to win a set here, baby.
To win a set, even say Bonzi to win a set, first to win here, tie break on winning 8-6 on a tie break on in the first set, before Asana Sina Eba win 6-3 6-4. But what I say, so with this tournament, you know, I say upset me too much. Sabalenka, honest word number 1. And honest boy, she suffered before winning.
Suffered.
Coco Golf, she also suffered before winning.
I'm finding silver platter.
So it looks like say this tournament, you know, those interested in tennis, you know, I think say they should going for I think overs.
Okay, overs.
Because who say be a player we would into who going for say win so either you go in for say be that player to win a set or maybe first set in the game, you know, maybe for WTA, you know, I will advise our listeners say WTA it may be 7.5 in the first set. That one it's almost maybe 95% sure 7.5 in the first set. Then the men is, you know, maybe 8.5.
Okay.
So when you go Bradia, you say be a mere now 9.5, and then risky because but on the safer side, no, maybe ATP for me, man, maybe even we share the top players, no, and in my say we average players, na be a first set in the game now, and a tire risky. But in this tournament, you know, because with the upsets, you know, you can go in for those options because in they say Sina ni Bonzi, 13 games in the first set. But what I say, but no say that game because of Sina ni qualities ninety. Even 6.5 in that game cry in the first over 6.5 in the first set. Ubenyo almost 1.15 odds.
Okay, which is okay.
It's okay.
Very likely,
very likely. Say Bonzi she just win a game in the first set. But what I say, because Sina on the good day, Mama was 6-0. I can rest on a good day. Sabalenka, Straptek, Coco Golf, those top players. No, maybe if you're going in for maybe overs in the first set, now also you're careful. On the good day, no, you're fine out. But so when the players are their pedigree equal, and we say no first set overs are likely to play.
Okay.
Yes, very, very likely to play. So, and then there are some players being sworn. So now I'm making now Akares is no more.
Okay.
Because I think it was a fatigue by Adokopra in the Barcelona Open.
Okay.
And I already in Madrid. So there are some players beyond now. Djokovic too is not participating in the Madrid Open on his Copra. So there are certain players beyond like that Jordan making saying he went to the final in the Barcelona Open on fatigue. In his first game. So in the first game, or break pass to win 2-1. Because it went to a time grandpa, now the opponents, but he was able to come back and then win and the opponent's game, or to be winning 2-1.
Okay.
So there are some players be on my say time bend or won the game.
Okay.
You check the time difference, no. Maybe a player will break and more so, when the player is playing on his home ground now, because this Jordan Rome or Spanish, so the supporters are in for him.
Okay.
He said, "Nimoro low crab because
on your Italian, no other normal Tanachi because Rome Italy."
Okay, make a Madrid Open. Boy say Rome don't start here. Because Madrid Open say no that this Jordan American say
Spanish in tea.
Spanish in tea.
It's on Tanachi.
Sir, different grounds okay, he might be losing. So most of the times when you're going for maybe a player to win a set, a player to win when check it the background of the game they are playing, maybe say maybe the country they are playing, say be a player is he from that country and I say be he's from a different country. I say be a player on the bono say na there or to be a bono. I see be a career in Kwane be a Djokovic on a good day. Djokovic so 8 me cause but I say age a catch no.
Yeah.
Because of age, yes, and Gamega say Djokovic is also there to beat Akares and Sinner. But what I say, yes.
That's right. So this weekend at the end of the day.
Okay, in made 3 course nearby.
3 course.
3 course.
Match me the magic. First one here then.
Okay, in me say was a year investors in them pay higher odds.
A bit higher odds.
A bit higher odds.
But soup and getting. I miss with tasty pie.
And Eriko, with my for intro, sometimes with tennis, we can just pick maybe 4 players, 4 games. Now what's mine with 2 wars and now 3 wars. But me say because of greediness, if my players will bring and the games are count. But what I say, but say, you say HHA for how they should pick tennis games, you can just pick your maybe 3-4 games. You get your 2 wars. Maybe you go in for maybe
now call baby.
You try 50 when you're 100. Maybe you try 1,000 when you're 2,000 B. But what I say, so you should always looking for first set overs, a player to win a set, or overs for both players. It's the first code near.
On our screen to see our first code no.
We need basketball.
Okay, Yanko.
First code near 112 hours.
112 volts. Code near
BW5.
Okay, Yanko BW5.
A
0A
FC F8 F.
Kobium
BW5 0A FCF 8F.
And our screen is using Seattle. We are basketball. But a muda hot day.
A muda on palm. We say no. Okay, when you tennis, basket and football.
Okay.
And I remember that match combination. And then next one here 21 hours when you basketball pay
21 hours.
It's we say me and say me pick my favorite teams because there are some teams when you go in for them overs it's likely for them to give you the points. It we say me just 6 teams and I'm 21 hours. It's called me BW50 B00 E66 BW50 B00 E66 when you're 21 hours.
21 hours.
21 hours.
Okay.
And the last code near. And near 5 hours.
5 hours.
Machuane. At least kakra we say we do go so no. We near 5 hours. We near basketball and football. It's when code near BW5.
Okay.
0B0 93CC. BW5 0B0 936C.
Wow.
We near 5 hours.
5 hours. And you saw Bukura.
You saw no.
Wow.
But me as last week, last time I say no, one month man join me group no. Games no that I did say 24 hours. Now 50 was in now so. Now 30 now so sa.
Bo number no na join it cool.
Okay. It's 0242 0242 71 51 21.
Okay.
0242 71 51 21.
Okay, that was last one.
0242 71 51 21.
My goodness.
Obi obeso join me group ni bia no. The on send hi. But me make a group no.
Send name.
Just hi.
But last time Bobby.
Okay, 0242 71 51 21.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Madam was next week so nyame adom na adom be doing so I be sua de because the year tennis ni mu kakra.
Yes.
Asana wo de number no to and if you record no so ba me hu. Ti be da was pa ye. Send microphone dia I'm a witness to how people are enjoying on your page and we hope say obi obe join your page and be aso any beje.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Minimum for they always send me some of the voice audios they are always in my DM praising me because maybe I say I'm out for ED.
Aye. ED free or they be must be tiaje. They be free on pe open. Na do see. Better all around the call.
It's here make message my wife.
Okay, ciao come on.
Mrs. Susan and Chroma. Susan Amwa and made me ciao. Ciao oti me pa ni mini pa. Pastor Adam CEO of A&J Printing.
Wow.
CEO A&J Printing, Pastor Adam saying news me channel pa.
This is my new favorite jam. That is why P Fisher Ken Paluta. By Jacob, my mini birthday, and Feminia from my Bella, the all rounder.
Just spend it, I'm on back of We know them, young back, we see them. Can a couple moon at Tenassi, can a couple moon at Tenassi, can Paluta, oh no, yeah, oh, father.
Not this week, your best day. Mr. Anka Kwapia of GRA office. Oh, GRA, papa, top man pa. Or GRA. Mr. Anka Kwapia. Or La Paz at their house. The entire family, Mr. and Mrs. Dankwa, and Abusheni, you know, wish you well. Happy birthday going out to you, Mr. Anka Kwapia. Na birthday, you know, Yanko Pomfa. Infieni bin kaunfi ho sikani apomuden ye said yamao ewe Yesu Kristo dimo Mr. Anthony Kwadwo Dankwa or Ministry of Roads and Highways and also for myself also my family and yet mao blessed happy birthday yami shapa for my Mr. Anka Kwapia of GRA abusia you know see yami aduna do me do next year besamba what bet ken nka that's all I mean. The man Ken Kaninja na ye jumaine. Produced by the man Pablo Aima. Yako Facebook ana James Sanjeko. Yana wakade nankasaka kejwane ho. Eric Asiedu Boadi ghscratch.com. ghscratch.com. Memo skarona diska chana nyina diska ghscratch.com. Joker scratch diska mienko. Ya mama mienko. Have a good night. Mijama Bella the all rounder. Thank you so much for doing the listening. Next week, Yami Atumna Tumbi Tumia. Have a good night. Bella ni.